Mouth guard there.
One of these days, you're gonna have to give us the rest of that countdown because it's pretty impressive.
Gotta go fast. All right. And let me paste the link in a couple places, and then we will do a thing.
Hopefully some of the tavern comes over.
Yeah.
I would like that very much.
Yeah.
So while you how many salves did you have Sharut make yesterday?
He has
Or
made
last time?
2 total.
2 total, so I'm assuming one's in a vial and then one's just free.
No, one was shot
One
directly
takes them all.
into Ringer's face, and the other one is in a vial bolt.
Okay.
Um,
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put another item in my inventory and mark it as like special vial bolt kind of thing.
That's fine. There's I really gotta change my little logo thing because right now it's just that lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Like it's okay.
You could put the red cap though.
Nah, I just
That
don't
name
want.
is dead.
Yeah, I mean basically yes.
It's too bad.
MAGA assholes killed that name for me. It sucks.
Yeah.
It really sucks. That's fine.
Why don't you just like put a gorilla there?
Or your Steam icon.
Yeah, that.
I don't even know what my Steam icon is.
Oh, you sure
you
should.
Oh, is it?
Shut up.
The hell you
Shut
don't.
up.
Oh, is it still the beefy dude?
Yeah, of course
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
It is.
You haven't changed it since I've known you.
I
That
used
would be the
I used to change it more often because I would change it to whatever my Facebook icon was. My Facebook icon was always something dumb. But then I stopped basically.
I think you should hard do that one.
Hard do it.
Mike's is still Nissel with the dice eyes.
Nissel with the dice eyes is a great icon.
Yeah.
It is.
Um,
The only thing he could change it to that if I had my way, would be Derp Ringer.
No, I think Nissel's way better.
No, I agree. But if you ever thought of changing it, it has to be Derp Ringer, and then you have to change your like introduction is you want to catch these hands.
you won't catch these hands.
And but that's just my personal thing.
All right. So,
Let's see if Hero Lab let me save my character sheet now.
well, Hero Lab is sort of shitting itself whenever I try to apply a template to a bug. So, there might be a lot of math done on the fly in my head tonight.
Cool.
I'm like, let's make this young, and then they can fight an old one, which is older and bigger. And then Hero Lab's like, are you sure you want to do this linear equation? Because we don't really have the trigonometry module loaded. It's like, oh, all right.
Okay.
So, I'll do a quick sound off. Travis, you good to go?
I am good to go.
Phantasmic.
Phantasmagora.
Noah, you good?
Yep, good to go.
All right. Justin?
Doing great.
Cool. Andy?
My body is ready, but my mind might not be.
Well, I'll take it, I guess. And Mike,
Hello.
I really thought about sticking to tradition and not saying Mike and just going.
I was actually waiting for it.
The way we sort of always skip you.
I was expecting it.
Okay. So, did everybody see the thing about the background skills that we're using background skills now?
Yes.
I know, except that didn't make too much sense to me, other than I already have some of the skills.
So, essentially, what it means is that you get 2 additional skill points each level that can only
Okay.
be spent on the things that are in the background skills portion of that.
Yeah.
So-
So first level, I would need to put 2 into that.
Yeah, so like if you wanted to grab, a rank of knowledge engineering and a rank of, I don't know, craft, you could grab those using the background skills. If you want to grab extra ranks of anything in background skills, you can by moving stuff from adventuring skills over to background skills.
I think I'm good to go because I already I put skill points in craft, blacksmithing, and dungeoneering. So like,
Travis, think of it as like 2 extra skill points.
Yeah, you get extra skill points to spend.
oh, so I have 2. Okay, well,
So-
I'll
so,
figure
like-
that out here soon.
So basically,
with-
if you already have a rank in craft blacksmithing and you already have a rank in, like, let's say knowledge engineering,
Yeah.
you can just say that these are the 2 that I spent. These are the 2 that I spent on my background skills. That means that I
Yeah.
have 2 extra ranks of adventuring skills, and I can go with that. Cool.
Works for
Okay.
me.
Yeah, it's basically because I think it's always weird that fighters are like, I'm good in a fight and literally nothing else. I don't know shit about anything unless we're in swords. In swords, I'm real good. Buying dinner, I get super confused.
I know how to use a sword, but ask me to whittle a steak with that sword, you're out of luck, friend.
Yeah.
So
That is-
I'll just go to my class skills and put 2 points into other class skills that I have. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Cool.
That
Done.
That reminded me of a Final Fantasy XII name. I'm not going to go into it because it's long and hard to explain.
Good. Thank you.
That sounds like something Final Fantasy.
Mhm.
All right, so I'm going to switch us over to the quarry map and just hope that things worked. So in order to make this work, I had to put everybody back outside. So you will have to walk in using a designated path to where you were before. Cool? So
Yeah.
Works for me.
let's see if this works.
There's to hoping.
Can everybody see only certain things?
Yes.
Cool. And then I should be able to turn fog exploration and global illumination on so that now you can see everything that's out of the front of the place, right? Or
Oh,
can you
except
see
I'm
everything?
still in the mines.
You shouldn't be.
I'm right here.
Well, stop it.
I am the mines now.
No, you're not. You're not over there. Oh, you are over there.
I am over there. Why would I lie?
Fucking stop it.
Guys, I've made it in.
Okay.
Oh, I think he's got 2 tokens.
Oh,
Yeah, he's got 2 tokens.
well, now he has no
Shit.
tokens. That'll learn you.
That'll
There.
teach me to cheat.
Guys, I'm in.
You can have this.
Oh no, I've been deleted.
You can have this guy
Gotcha.
instead, and then
Cool.
we'll reconfigure this and turn off the global illumination thing, and hopefully that'll work the way that I wanted it to. So basically, you should now be able to see what your character sees. If there's terrain in the way, you can't see the stuff behind the terrain. Yeah.
Neat.
Now, if you look and I open the door, bam, bam, you
Neato.
can see into the thing. Yeah. So I need everybody to walk this path. I will draw it out because this is what you've seen so far.
Okay.
I can't move my character. And I do not know why.
Click on your person.
Right click on the person.
This
This
is
is all I can see.
welcome to the guided tour.
Oh, there it is.
You can't click on your person?
No, I can. I'm clicking on him. Like it shows the pointer, right? But it
Try that
won't
one.
let me. There we go now.
Okay. And I will move Eric the same way. Like I said, please sort of follow the guided tour because this is going to unlock the this tells you what your character has seen and what he remembers.
Okay.
And then we open that door and we go this way and we come down here and then we have
out there.
we have Dandarin right there. You were right there. Ringer is right there. Lumio was right here. And Sharut is coming.
Yeah, I'm going through the guided tour because I listened to it while working today. I wasn't actually watching.
Gotcha.
You
All
can
right.
control
And then
the walk
Sharut
too.
is in this room right here.
I did not know I
Right.
could control with Velocity.
He's right there. So currently, so that you guys know, Sharut and Ringer are both radiating light because Sharut and Ringer are Ringer's carrying a torch and Sharut's carrying the hooded lantern. So if they put those out or whatever, I will go in and I will alter their stuff so that they're no longer radiating light. If you decide to put it down or whatever, I will just create a light thing and put it down. So just let me know what's going on as far as the light, because I want to try this out and see like how the like vision thing is actually working. Because yeah. So okay. So quick sort of recap of last week. The 6 of you were given a task by Alpha Elder Alder, and Alpha Elder Alder requested of, yeah, I didn't do it on purpose, but now I'm sticking with it, and it's fantastic. Alder requested that you go to this mine and figure out what's attacking people. Something is making rocks explode. Something is generally hurting people. Some people have gone missing, and some people are dead. Um, so she has requested that you go here and figure out what's up. On the road, you encountered a bunch of giant weasels. They were giant weasels on the scale of the giant boar that Zeract and Sharut killed in their sort of pre-start background thing. They're just really really big. And you examined their den, found 3 young and a lyre and a sword. Then you found what Zeract believes to be a retired gatekeeping calendar. It is retired because the gate that it was monitoring is no longer active. Like that plane is separated now, so there's no reason to watch out for it. Yeah. Then you continued on to the mine. You met the overseer and a fine dwarf named Tutark, and eventually Zeract and Dandrin and Grudok were able to break Tutark down into telling the truth. The truth being that the miners found geodes of Kyber Dragon shards. They sort of thought it would be worth something because they don't have anything. Everything got wrecked in the day of mourning, and so they kept going and trying to get more. And then the problem is that they found a wall and they broke down the wall, and then they started getting attacked. So he's told you that for the most part, these seem to be coming from downstairs. Who's making noises into my thing?
Eric.
Eric, can you mute yourself? So yeah, he has told you that for the most part, it seems like downstairs is where the majority of them are. But since the men are now scared to go down, it seems to be coming up, and like even upstairs are the top level is just as scary at the moment. So yeah. Let's see. I believe that's about it. Yeah. So you guys came in here to see if he is like fully lying about what's going on. You sort of searched his room. You found his journal. His journal, or not his journal, his ledgers for the mine. The ledgers don't talk about money. They just talk about shipments. And then as Dandarin, Sharut, and Zeract were going over everything, Ringer, Grudok, and Lumio heard skittering coming up behind them. You heard this little like. So we're actually going to just start off with combat.
Cool.
So I need to let's see. It's the fight. No active encounter. Active encounter now.
Yeah.
I am not so cool, so I just roll.
So right-click on your character
Okay.
and then select the sword and shield.
Ah, cheers.
Now click on the fist, and you should see a die there that you can then click. Click on that; it will roll your initiative for you.
Oh, thank you.
You bet.
Things were looking good for good old Grudok, and then Sharut came in with his fancy feet.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I built a dex-based character. Excuse
sure?
me.
It's fine. I would hate for you to flop for real.
Okay, so Sharut and essentially this isn't a surprise round really, but Sharut and Dandarin and Zeract, the three of you don't necessarily know that something's going on because all three of you like failed your test, and the three that were outside didn't. So basically they're going to get the round, and then we're going to move to everybody. So we're going to begin combat, and sorry, Shrew, we're going to pass you by.
That's fine.
Cave Scorpion number 1 is going to go click, 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 and
That's bullshit.
Oh no!
And he's gonna snap at Lumio. Actually, hold on. It's the thing that makes sense to do. He will not a snap. He will a sting. Because he doesn't know that Lumio is a Lumio. So I got to, let's see, Sting. What Sting is? Tails. 1 sec. Checking to make sure that this works the way it should. Yes. Perform the attacks. Monsieur Lumio, does a 12 hit your flat-footed AC?
I believe so. Because I'm not wearing any armor.
Okay.
I've got the Warforged plus thing. I don't think that applies to my flat foot.
Well, the Warforged Plus is just armor, so that should apply.
It does. Flat-footed just removes your dexterity bonus.
Yeah, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong sheet for you, because you use Mythweavers. So 1 second here.
I haven't figured out how to get all of this stuff into.
No, you're good. Like we said before, you were playing probably the second most complicated character in the group, and it's gonna take some time to move your shit over. So Warforged does have
So with the +2 from a Warforged ability, I do not get hit.
yeah, +2 natural armor bonus to AC. And your dex is what? 10?
It's 10.
No, you have a 12 total.
Do I?
Yeah. Your AC is 12
Yes.
total.
Yes.
So
yes,
at a 12 total, I do hit you. So you will take 4 damages. Count them.
Okay.
And then
I'm more than half dead.
You are also currently you're like immune to poison, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because you got all the construct metabolism stuff.
Yeah.
Well, now you're poisoned, and it doesn't do anything.
Yeah. So cool. The sting don't do nothing. So yeah, it runs up and it kind of is snapping and snapping, and then it rears back with that huge stinger and jabs it right into like your abdomen, and it definitely tore a big hole, and you can see some like green fluid on it, but didn't necessarily do anything of note. No lingering effects.
Do not like.
Meanwhile, on
He fucking booked over there.
let's see.
My flat-footed is 15.
Well, I do not hit you. Gruddick, it's your turn. You have a Scorpion and another Scorpion.
Yep.
Or,
Well-
if you really want to, you can hit the Warforged.
Just hit the Warforged into the Scorpion.
Yeah, it seems like a terrible idea, and I don't approve of any of it.
It's okay. I go and I'm gonna just try to smack this Scorpion into the table.
Okay, yeah. Take your hit.
Nope. I want to make sure I did. Yep. Awesome.
That'll miss.
That. Oh God! Really? Ah, so close.
I mean, there are certain monsters where that'll hit, but this ain't one of
Oh,
them. That'll miss.
this ain't one of those.
Yeah. These aren't exceptionally hard to hit, but that's not enough.
It's fine. We'll get those little rolls out early. It's
Look,
okay.
look, I'm
for
trying
Gruddick,
to
it's real
drive
bad.
home that you did No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Uh,
yeah, I did.
Lumio, there's a big bug next to you.
Mhm.
But if you want, lightning works really well against dwarves. So you have that option.
Let me just think back.
Yeah.
Matter of moments. Did the dwarf hit me with his big massive hammer? And did I survive that?
He did not hit you with it. We don't
I
know if he
missed.
tried. What he did was haphazard.
Oh, okay. Well, I am going to. Well, I really don't want to be there. Honestly. So I'm gonna leave.
You're gonna 5-foot step away.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
in Pathfinder you sort of have 2 options for this. You can 5-foot step away, which is you move 1 hex and you don't provoke attacks of opportunity. You can withdraw, which is I take basically my whole round to move my speed, but the first hex that I leave, I don't provoke attacks of opportunity. Or
Okay.
you could just move, which is I'm gonna walk away, and if I provoke, I provoke. But I can just
Yeah.
move as a movement action and then get my stuff done.
I don't have the opportunity to just move away. Even a 5-foot step leaves me still in plenty of danger. So
Okay.
I'm gonna withdraw.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go. Let's see. I think my speed is 30. Is each hex 5?
Yes, each hex is
I
5.
think so.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then sure. Yeah,
So that
I'm gonna
so
post
that
up
you
here.
so that you know if you're trying to measure stuff, you can start at your square, and then if you hold down Control, that's how you do this. Just in case you need that.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
So anyway, I end
so
up here.
okay, so
Um,
you withdrew over to there.
Yeah, that's about as far away as I think I can get, while still letting them out of the room.
Okay.
And tell them obviously that we need help out here. Scorpions,
Yeah,
stabbing.
you see Zarek and Dandarin both like looking at a book.
Um, Lumio is stuttering and trying to maintain composure, and he's doing that thing that people do when they're like holding their guts in their arm, trying to stay alive, but like there's nothing falling out. But there is a lot of oozing and stuff coming, and it looks like a grievous wound, and he's just in the doorway like, help now.
I need all of the healing.
Yeah.
Cool. I will move on from Das Lumio, and I will go to the third cave scorpion, the chiefest of the bunch, who will ignore the difficult terrain of the table and run straight at Ringer to show Ringer a good what for. Also, Lumio, I rolled bad damage on you. I apologize. These things are actually smaller than their thing, so you get 2 HP back.
Oh, okay. That is not nearly as bad. I might have just 5-foot stepped and shot at that point, but we've done what we've done.
Yeah.
I think the
It's
vision of you just panicking after taking damage makes sense.
Yeah. It's up to you if you want to just like I'll let you go back because we have gone forward 1 turn. I just realized that it didn't apply the template in the
Okay.
in
Well, I'll just
Foundry.
move here, which is away, and pop that thing with an attack.
Sounds good. I will move him back here for the moment. Go ahead and do your thing.
There. Does that hit?
No, its dex is too high for that to hit.
Okay.
So that won't
Then
hit
I
the range touch.
hit it.
Okay. And now this one is gonna run at Ringer, and it's gonna hit him.
Yep, that'll hit.
For 2 damage. Take it.
All got.
And I need you to give me a fortitude save there, sir.
Well, all right.
Wow.
God damn.
Okay, yeah.
Damn.
This thing is basically it's really weird because you're standing next to a picnic table and its claws are sort of coming out from under the picnic table, but the tail is totally coming out from over the seat. And the tail just kind of like shot through where somebody's legs would be and just stabbed you in the back of the leg as you turned to face the other one. You feel the muscle seize up for a second, but you just kind of shake it off and you're fine. You're good to go. And then Ringer, you are not on here. You did not add yourself to the thing.
Oh, forgot.
Go ahead and roll. Well, hey, you go next. So, Ringer, it's your turn.
Oh, well,
Now,
I got a
wait a
torch in
minute.
my hand.
Now wait a minute. I believe I'm next.
No, you're not. Like I said, they are getting the first round.
Oh, because he never came in and said, "Hey, we need help." That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the door's open. Now you guys can probably see it happening, but you're still surprised. Like, they're getting the surprise round. They saw that it was happening
We could probably
right
hear
as it
like,
happens.
ow, fuck.
Yeah.
And combat noises.
So, you've got a torch in your hand. Go ahead and roll damage for me. Or sorry, roll attack. I mean.
Just roll damage. You hit it.
No, you said no going back.
You sure did.
That is definitely going to hit the young cave scorpion.
Well, that's good.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do this. But now this is happening.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gonna hit that one.
Okay, you're gonna hit that
Can
one.
you have it?
Can you also roll me a 1d4, please? Or no, wait, it's a 1d3, I believe. It's 1d3. Cool. Yeah, because torches do extra damage. Oh, it's just a 1. Cool. You do 1 point of fire damage. There you go.
Okay.
So he takes 12 points total, which yeah, that is enough. I will be.
He is now shamed.
He is now ashamed.
Emotional damage again.
He will get a little skull on him to represent how dead he is. I really wish that it had the roll 20 thing of like, I'm going to put a big fucking X on it, but that's not a thing. But I will take him out of the combat.
And then I will move. There.
Cool. For some reason, it put the skull on 2 of them. That's weird. It put the skull on all of them. Why did it do that?
I'm not seeing that.
I'm only seeing the
Sorry.
skull on one.
My +7 should have been +5. Actually, a 17, if that matters.
No, that still hits.
Okay.
Okay. And then now we're at top of the round. Sharut. You hear a fight going on outside. You hear a bunch of pained noises and that sort of stuff.
Am I able to get through the door there?
Yeah. In Pathfinder, you can walk through allies. You're fine.
In that case, I'm gonna go right there.
I don't remember what my HP was at, so I'm going to assume it was 11.
And I'm gonna shoot this guy. I have a torch in one hand, right?
Yes, you have a torch in one hand, and you have your, well, I assume your crossbow in the other.
Yes.
Or no, you
So
have a lantern. That's what it is. You have a lantern in one hand.
Yeah, so I can only shoot. Well, I could use barrage.
Yeah. Vision.
Yeah. Especially. Okay. Yeah, I'll use barrage on that guy, which is -2, but since he's within 30 feet, I get a +1.
Sounds good.
And I get to take essentially 2 attacks.
All right, do it. Your rapid fire hand crossbow, which is definitely not a revolver analog.
Absolutely not.
That's gonna miss.
Did it roll the 20?
Yeah, it rolled the d20 and you got a 5 total. I believe you rolled a 1.
Ooh.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Did wrong. Oh yeah. No, that didn't roll the 20. I did it wrong. Oh no, that's wrong too. God dang it.
1d20.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to do the thing.
Please
God
roll
dang it.
20 plus.
Guys, I don't know what's happening. I just crit every time.
Okay, so that's the real roll. That's the real roll. And then here's the second real roll.
Okay. First roll is gonna miss.
Okay. There we go.
That roll will hit. That's 3 damage.
Yeah, 3 damage.
Okay. So he's gonna take 3 damage.
And that is his turn.
Cool. And actually, hold on 1 sec. It's giving me the wrong hit points here. All right, and top the round Sharut went. We have Cave Scorpion, numero dosu. All right, so Dandron, you are the target. These are all going towards you.
I'm assuming you mean Gruddick.
Sorry, Gruddick, you are the target.
Happens all the time.
They're still all going towards you.
That's all right.
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it.
None of them.
Yeah, it's just like it's got like a pretty good grip on your calves, which are just covered in metal, and then the stinger is like thwap 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 at that like big iron belt that you wear, and it's just like tink 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 tink. It's not working.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah. Poor
yeah.
guy. All right.
He's giving it its all.
He's doing what he can. Gruddick, it is your turn.
Time to smash.
Me and the scorpion, we're gonna smash.
Do you want us to leave you alone for a little bit?
If you could. Awesome! Again with the 8.
Yeah. You come down with a big like overhand smack with the what is it? With the Earth Smasher? Earth Crusher?
Yeah.
Earthbreaker.
Earthbreaker, there we go. With the Earthbreaker, and like by the time it actually gets to the ground, the bug's just not there anymore.
Like,
and when
it's not a bug breaker.
And when you sort of like look 2 feet to the left, it just kind of like tink 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 against your big belt again. Like
This is the fucking pillow fight of the century.
All right. And did you want to do anything else with your the rest of your turn, your move action, anything like that?
Nah, I'm just gonna try to get in its way.
Okay. Lumio, it is your turn.
Okay. I like that it's in his way. Oh, why did Ringer move back towards me? I'm not helpful in that way. I'm gonna move here, and then pop this guy again.
Wait. So, I believe you don't have precise shot, right?
Right.
Okay. Um, precise shot, like normally if something's in melee and you try to shoot at one of those things that's in melee, you take a -4 to hit. Basically because it's moving back and forth and you're trying to like pinpoint a single target. So
Ranged attack.
shooting it, and like Sharut's taking like the same sort of thing. Shooting at this is harder than shooting at this one.
I got a -1.
Sure did.
Yeah.
That's the one that hit me. I'm gonna hit that one first.
Okay. I was just letting you know, like it would.
Yeah. No.
Like hitting that one is slightly easier, but that's fine.
That's fine.
All right, you shoot
I
a
assume.
force blast at that guy, and it kind of scampers to the side, and the table goes back about 6 inches.
Cool.
Cave Scorpion numero dos. Ringer. It seems like you are delicious, but how delicious? Let us check. Well, I got one claw. Does a 14 hit you?
Nope. I am no longer flat-footed.
Well, sir, take 1 point of damage.
Take no damage. You heal 1.
Take
You also need a
one.
fortitude save.
No, it was a claw.
Okay.
The sting was the 14. So yeah, it's lashing out with everything. It's moving out from under the table, and one of the claws gets through, but nothing else does. After that is going to be Dandarin. Eric, if you're talking, you're still muted.
He's not talking.
Oh, gotcha. It must be loud where he is.
Yeah.
Child playing obnoxious music.
Well,
That's weird for
Yeah.
Dandarin to say.
Why don't you teach him some taste?
that's not how that works.
Or hammer charge.
Perfect. Fantastic.
The dude just randomly says that throughout his life.
He's
It's too dark.
He's convincing himself. Does a 16 hit? A 16 definitely hits. And is that 8 damage? No, that's 4 damage, and that's bludgeoning type damages. Okay. This one will take. Yeah, you do a solid hit that kind of clubs him upside the head. And it skitters at, tries to skitter out of the way, doesn't really work, and just kind of clicks angrily at you. After that is going to be Ringer.
Oh, what do you know? Well, I'm gonna take a 5-foot step, ready in action to counterpunch. Trigger is one of these attacks.
Can you trigger multiples at this point?
No, only one. The trigger is something attacks in range.
Oh, the trigger is the action and not the target.
Correct.
Cool. All right.
Dope.
So you're going to get ready to counterpunch. Zeract, we're all counting on you. Your name is not Tutark.
Thank God. Zeract is going to do the smart thing, which is engaging from range. And even though she's firing basically towards all of her friends, fuck it.
What friends?
Wow.
John's been playing with the foundry.
I'm learning things. Okay, so take the shot. That's gonna hit an 11. Is that with the -4 or without? I mean, it doesn't.
That is with the -4.
Okay, so that's going to miss.
Mhm.
It'll sort of like ting on the floor, and the thing doesn't even really notice it because it just got punched in the face by Dandrid.
And that's great.
And then it's top of the round. It's Sharut. Sharut, what's up, bud?
Everybody's in melee. Makes
Yeah.
it so hard to hit things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to take attack action on that bad boy.
Okay.
And think I am not. Well, yeah, I'll use barrage. No, I won't use barrage. It's 1d20.
So you're still at a
minus-
-4 since it's at melee, or it's in melee.
Yeah, but it's -3 because he's within 30 feet.
Yes, correct.
Oh wait, no, I could just do -4 and then tick the point blank shot, right? Yeah.
Yes. I would also recommend that at some point you grab the sniper sphere if you're going to go ranged, because entry into the sniper sphere basically gives you precise shot.
That's a miss. I feel
Okay.
like using a swift action to try and scout these guys is a waste of time, so I'm not going to do that.
What else are you going to use your swift action for?
I mean, the point is that they're almost dead, and it only tells me their weaknesses, I think.
Yeah.
But if there are more of them,
again.
Okay, I guess I'll do that then. Let me look at its
So
features.
they are vermin, so it would be knowledge nature.
Uh,
If you do not have knowledge nature, it is perception with a higher DC. Or
yeah,
you take a
perception -5. So it's the DC is 10 plus the creature's CR. So
Yep. So roll perception at -5.
perception, which is funny. I break even.
Uh,
Which was... Nope.
Gotcha.
Probably not.
Nope. That's not enough.
Those are bugs.
They're big scorpions. I bet they're vulnerable to things like axes.
Sting looked like hurt.
Never a truer word was spoken.
And that's his turn.
All right. And sorry, it's really amusing to me. I'll stop.
No, I love it.
Cave Scorpion is going to... well, Dandrin, you hit him last, so he's going to snap at you.
But first he gets hit with a fucking torch.
Well, I don't like it. Yeah, he really does get
God
hit with a
damn.
torch.
Excellent torch hitting.
Damage, please.
And 1 fire damage.
Why is it so many plus? What is your strength?
My strength is +3. I'm power attacking.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Wait. Even power attacking, you're at +7 to hit?
I have a trait that gives me +4 to improvised weapons.
Fuck, dude. You're so good at
Wait,
punching with other
plus
shit.
+4 to hit?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
What
yeah. He's real dead. I'm going to examine that trait.
Okay.
Yes. Wow.
I don't think that they're intending for that trait to be a baseline like +20% to hit to every attack that a character makes. That's weird. But use it until you're out of dungeon, and then I'll look at it.
If you'd rather I stop using it, that's fine.
No, it's fine. And after that, since he didn't get to go, I guess it's Grudek's turn. Jeez.
Okay. I'll move over here to beat on that guy.
All right.
Hopefully to actually do that.
I believe in you.
I believe in me too.
You definitely hit him.
Cool.
Now you just got to roll your...
Yep, damage.
So you have to roll your damage first before you do your bull rush?
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll the damage. I have a feeling this table is not going to exist anymore.
I really hope it doesn't.
Sorry, it's not +4, it's +2.
Oh, God.
Oof.
That's much more reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, like, you don't really have to roll the bull rush. It's basically over here, and there's like a furrow through this table right now.
Yeah.
It's not his table. It's fine.
It's not my table. Yeah. So
Poor Turtark just heard his table just get like shredded.
sure do hope nobody breaks my favorite table. My name is Tutalk.
Why did you make him a WoW NPC?
Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and trash this encounter. In combat. So yeah. The group of you have sort of defended yourself from the scorpions. If anybody would like to examine them or see what's up, let me know.
Yes.
But otherwise, you're not hearing more chittering or anything right now. Who said they would like to harvest the venoms?
I was actually going to suggest the same thing because I have the knowledge natures too.
Sure. So let me.
Is that a survival check or a knowledge nature
Dandrin
check?
also wants to do that.
So first of all, Justin, please give me the knowledge nature check.
Absolutely.
10.
Wow.
1.
Yeah. I
So-
failed real hard.
Yeah, so the thing is that you are very much I run in the woods. I am all that is nature. Look at me as I Wolverine around in the trees sort of shifter. These are cave scorpions.
That's right.
You've never seen this before.
Yeah.
The sort of weird thing about them is that cave scorpions have a second, smaller set of pincers that are sort of closer to their body. But you've never encountered them before. This to you just looks like a scorpion with extra pincers.
That's fair.
So to those who want to do the venom harvest, which I believe was Dandrin, this is a survival check. And it will be a survival check for each one. And the reason why it's a survival check for each one is that if you fail by more than X, you poison yourself.
Oh.
So please go ahead and roll me them checks.
Before you do the next one, Sharut will assist. or attempt to assist.
Okay. Dandarin, please give me 2 fortitude saves.
Versus poison, right? Because he's a dwarf.
Yes, it is versus poison. So if you have the dwarven thing with a buff to poison, you do get the buff to poison. Yep, 2. So that you know, it says failure by 5 or more exposes the harvester to 1d3 doses of venom.
Brutal.
So
Well, that's going. I just want to sidetrack for a second to recognize the fucking giant gloves over here.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 I was like, man, a lot of this stuff
Oh
is
my
like
lord.
oddly out of scale.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, who are you going to have working the mine? Like ogres, really big people.
Okay. So, Dandarin, as you're kind of trying to harvest this to milk the gland and the stinger into what I imagine is like a small steel vial or something, there must be some sort of like nerves still going, and the tail twitches and just jabs into your forearm. And it's kind of as you're trying to pull it out, you're trying to pull it out, and you squeeze the stinger a little bit, and you know that it just floods you with poison. So you take 1 point of dex damage, and I need you to give me a fortitude save versus poison. This will. Okay. You take another point of dex damage. At this point, the poison has run its course. It's very sort of it's fast acting, but it doesn't really have a very long lifetime. And so before you can really think about how to do more of it, it just kind of like stops acting. You know that one of the sort of terrifying things about cave scorpions, because you are a dwarf from the holds, is that enough cave scorpions run up on someone, and if they don't manage to tear it apart with their claws, they tend to just stab it over and over and over and paralyze them, and then drag them away. So your sort of like left arm, left forearmy bit is a little stiff, but otherwise you're good to go for now. And then, Sharut, you said that you were going to assist him with the second one?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and roll to assist. You need a DC of 10. You definitely assist. Dandarin, you can go ahead and roll your survival. All right, you are able to get 1 dose of the venom. And then go ahead and assist on the next one, Shrewd. That'll work. And Dandarin, go ahead and roll it. Same thing. You're able to get 1 dose of venom. Nice.
So I did check the math on my attack. You were right. I don't. I thought counterpunch gave me +2 to attack. It does not.
Okay.
That is why I was at +7. So I should not be.
Gotcha. This is
Many thanks. And Shrew takes the vials. What kind of poison we got here?
What you have there is venom.
Well, know that. What kind of venom we? Is that just a craft alchemy check?
What you got there is some cave scorpion venom.
Yeah, I could have told you that.
Well, I know it does dex damage, but I'd like to know the details so I can put it in my inventory.
Sorry, I'm checking a thing.
It's all good. Wondrous. Consumable, I think.
Um.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be loud for a minute. No, John Eric, I actually made both of them then because the +2 is situational and wasn't included automatically, which is why I followed up with it with the +2 for that one as a 13.
Then next time, just add the +2 to your roll, man.
Yeah, no, I know I didn't. You'll see that several times I forgot to, so I'm trying to get better at it. But yes, just
Yeah.
as a
Okay.
FYI.
That's fair. Then you don't have the dex damage at the moment. Cool. So you don't have the dex damage at the moment. I'm still gonna say that one is used up. So you only get the.
I messed it up, so it all squirted all over everywhere.
Yeah. Cause you still failed, and it's still injected in you. It's just that you're a dwarf, and you're basically made of like pig iron and vinegar. So yeah. But sure.
That's an accurate statement.
You get 2 doses. This is young cave scorpion venom. It's not super potent. So yeah. Cool. So the group sort of goes over their stuff. They take a couple minutes, about 4 or 5 minutes, to kind of like milk some of the poison into various doses, or various bottles. And then what are the group of you doing? So that you know, and hopefully this is working for you the way I want it to. The Lumio and Ringer, you guys do not have any sort of dark vision at all. So, like, if I turn out Ringer's lights, and Sharut's light, you should be completely blind. Zaract, you have low light vision, which means that if there's light, it works twice as good for you as it does for everyone else. If there's no light, you're completely blind, just like Lumio and Ringer. The other three, Sharut and the two brothers, you guys all have dark vision, so you'll be able to see pretty far on the map, but it'll be kind of dim. That's
Yeah.
basically like how far you can see. But it's dark vision. It's like in grayscale. And the reason I did it as dim is so that if there's like a torch over there, you can see that there's a torch over there. If I did it as bright and there was a light source, you wouldn't be able to see that there's a light source. And the light source kind of like switches it from dark vision to vision, and it goes out of grayscale. So that's kind of how I did it. I think it works. But if it doesn't at some point or it's reading wrong, let me know.
Okay.
Will
Cool.
do.
But
will
there
do.
are torches now, so I should be able to see.
Yeah, there are torches now. Like you can kind of see this this bubble that's around Sharut that goes this far, and then there's a dim. So Sharut has bright light out to about 30 feet, and then he has dim light out to another 30 feet, and Ringer has bright light out to 20 feet, and then dim light out to 40 feet. So for now you should be fine.
Lumio, are you carrying anything right now? Can you cast with one hand?
I'm not sure. I believe so.
It might be best if you held the lantern then, because we're both
Okay.
probably going to be towards the back, and since I have dark vision, that way I can hold both my hand crossbows.
Just be careful with it.
Okay.
It's my lantern.
He's fine. Has good grip. Can tell. Sure.
Thank you.
Gives him the lantern.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it too much. I mean, I only saw him eat one, maybe two back in town.
Sirac gives Lumio a very serious look. It's a very good lantern.
You're trusting Ringer. That will lead you down a dark path without lanterns.
I'll just walk nearby. This is fine.
So, what are you folks doing?
I think.
I think we should carry on.
Yeah.
My wayward son.
Zerect will suggest that we head to the southeast.
Okay.
Should Sharut sneak ahead?
Is there any particular reason for that, Zrak?
Primarily because we can retreat back to this location. And I can see that one of these tunnels ends, or appears to. If both of them end, then we'll know that there aren't any scorpions here, and we can proceed forward without having anything attack us in the back.
Excellent. Thank you for that reasoning.
Someone should also check the door to the barracks.
No, I don't believe that they will be this high up. I believe that the scorpions will be coming from down below.
We literally just ran into scorpions. That's nonsense.
I mean where they're all coming from. Obviously, they're well. Okay then.
If they're in the side passages, we still need to clear them out.
Yes, of course.
So best to secure flank before moving forward. Sharut points towards the bed.
Sharut is always on top of things. Yes, thank you.
So what are you doing, Sharut?
Checking the door.
Okay. Yeah. So as you're walking through the room, nobody's really like examined the stuff in here that much. But what this looks to be is a supply room. It's where they keep their supplies. There's things like pickaxes and shovels. There's rope. There's little barrels or wagon wheels, or not wagon wheels, but cart wheels, that sort of thing. And then there's like on the tables, what you see are sort of like parts to things in case we need to put a part in something or a part breaks. It is basically junk. It's mining junk.
So none of the parts kind of look out of place.
No, there's nothing that's like, like, oh, this is that weird highlighted RPG handle that we'll need later. There's nothing like that. Like it's parts. But if there's something specific that's sort of mining related that you're like, I would be interested in X, there's a good chance with some searching in this room that you would potentially be able to find it.
Okay.
Note that explosives that are non-magical are not really a thing in Eberron, so you can't find like dynamite because they tend to use things like alchemist fire or like alchemist bombs. But yeah, you are trying to open this door?
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and give it a shot.
Is it just a sleight of hand?
No, I want you to click the thing. Click the thing.
Oh, I can click the thing and it makes a sound.
Did it make a little lock sound on you?
It did.
That's fucking dope. All right, so hold on. Uh,
I closed the door.
you start to open the door, and the door opens, but it only opens by about 6 inches. Um, and then it's hitting something that's stopping it from opening any farther.
Am I able to peek in to kind of see?
It's
I'm
sort
a
of
small dude.
whatever's sort of blocking it is apparently behind the door.
Hmm.
You could try to give me a sort of a strength check to muscle your way in and push it aside, or you can give me an escape artist check to try to squeeze through that little bitty crack.
Door stuck. Somebody strong. Open.
Or you can give me a charisma check to call on. No, it's fine.
Make me charisma check my party. How rude.
You failed to direct insults you. That's not new or anything. It's just again.
Tutark believes you.
Scruffy knows you. Scruffy
Shush,
don't care.
Tutark. Yeah. So he's gonna
Eric said,
ask for aid.
Is the door flush to the ground? Yeah. I mean, the door's pretty flush to the ground. It's not like it's not finely made, but it's still like a door. So what's going on?
Sharut's gonna ask for I don't think so. Yeah. So Sharut's gonna ask for some muscle.
All right. Does muscle respond with anything other than ignoring him?
That's to the party. Anybody with muscle.
Well, I've got a hammer with its name on it.
A token.
All right, I will push both of you. I guess I'll just do it on top of Shrewd. You just stand
Yep.
underneath me, little buddy.
One second.
Why don't you pick up Sharut, use it as a improvised weapon, and bust open the door?
I was.
This
putting the-
might kill Sharut.
It am he.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a strength check there, Mike. As Ringer muscles his way in, and Dandarin, you can roll to assist. You need to get me a 10. Dandarin assists, and then Ringer is able to sort of shoulder through it. Okay. So yeah, you push this open, and it and
Spraying the trap.
springing the trap, of course. And it's so whatever was behind the door is still behind the door, but now you can actually see in, and by you can see in now. I'm going to move Mike slightly so that his light actually goes in. And yeah, it looks like a barracks. There's 8 beds with a like stacked in bunk beds. There's a couple of cots along the lower wall. And yeah, once you go in and look behind the door, what you see are a pair of sort of gross-looking, bloated bodies. They've got wounds all over them. It's they don't look great.
Con check to see if I vomit. I do.
No, you don't. A person's stomach is made of fairly stern stuff. It's really hard to see something and then turn it into, and then I start spewing everywhere. No, you're fine.
It's got to be really visceral.
So yeah, what are you guys doing?
What on other side door?
It looks like a barracks and some corpses. It smells really bad. You're welcome to go inside. I'm going to stay here.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Sharut will follow Dandarin.
Okay.
I will stay outside.
Yeah. So the I mean, I can put here. I think I have there. I'll put the 2 things down so you can see them. They are gigantic hands. The 2 corpses are basically like right over here. Sure, get out of there. They've been sort of pushed up against the wall, and yeah, they just look bloated, dead, gross. The rest of the room looks like it doesn't look like it's been tossed. It sort of resembles a place that has been very hastily packed. So you're not seeing that, like, the beds are made. No, the beds aren't made, but all of the chests and the drawers are sort of open and emptied.
Does Sharut still have his light source?
No,
No, he
Sharut
doesn't.
gave his light to Lumio.
Okay, yeah, that's in that case I can't see shit in here, which is great.
Suggest looking for journals. Could tell us more about what's happening.
Journals
and-
would be a good idea. So would
Just
you
want to
can
say,
look for a lockbox.
Hey, John, is this a torch that we can pick up?
Yeah, I mean, you can actually find a couple of torches here, and just so you know, this thing right here is a sconce.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
Cool.
If you see that somewhere,
Light it.
sticking off of one of the squares, it means that you can put a torch in there and light it.
I do the thing. I replace my torch.
So while they search the room for journals, Sharut's gonna examine the bodies, heal check and perception check.
Okay.
Because he it's probably the scorpions that killed him, but he just wants to be sure.
1 second. I believe that's working. I'll make it lightly yellow. So you're gonna examine the bodies. Go
Yes.
ahead and roll me a heal check.
'Kay.
And Zarakt, who is searching the room, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, Lumio, come here. Let me repair you.
Take a while. Listen.
Note for I guess Lumio and our blacksmith. You can only make one repair check on the Warforged a day. It's up to you whether or not you want to make it right now. You can, but you can only make one a day. So, Sharut, you got a 17 on your heal check. So
Correct.
what it looks like happened. These are this is a half-orc female and a human male. They look, if you can like kind of look past the death bloat and you can look past the wounds, they look to be fairly strong of arm. These are working folk. These are laborers right here. Like, I mean, she's a female half-orc who is a miner. She could easily break anything in this room using you, or break you using anything in this room. The human male, pretty much the same. When you're examining their bodies, what you're finding is that they have multiple impaling wounds, just kind of everywhere. And your heal check reveals the presence of a lot of poison. And there's like it's coming from the stab wounds. It's still locking the joints. Like, this is more than rigor mortis. Like, these muscles just stopped working before they died. So they're very damaged. And it looks like they sort of like given that Sharut is fairly good at medicine and your role, you can kind of assume that what happened here is that these people essentially got paralyzed by the poison. But they were able to, before the paralysis fully kicked in, barricade themselves inside.
Fortunately, still not enough to save them.
No, they are.
They are long gone.
Yeah, pretty much. Zarakt. So, you're looking around, and you're not really finding much. This room, like I said, it's been cleaned out pretty well. There's drawers open and there's chests open. Most of the things that you're finding look like they're sort of pieces of clothing that have been left behind. So there's like, there's a hat or there's a pair of gloves or something like that are just like at the bottom or at the back of a set of drawers.
Yeah.
That might have been missed when people left.
So
go ahead.
So Zarekt is specifically kind of checking to see. She doesn't expect that a full lockbox would be here necessarily, but like looking for any chests that have even if they're open, have like a bit of a stronger lock to them, or look like they're pretty well reinforced. Do these look like just labor chests, or does anything in here look like that?
So basically what you're seeing is that these are footlockers. So this is basically where they kept their stuff. And it's like where these miners kept everything that they brought with them for the week. Their changes of clothes, their, anything that they needed from home,
Gotcha.
whatever.
Okay.
So you're not finding like, it's not this is a treasure chest, and it's not this is a lockbox that's holding like gold and coins and stuff like that. Like, this is essentially a wardrobe that only has one storage compartment.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The one over here is actually like a dresser that has multiple drawers on it. But it's sort of the same thing. Like, all the drawers are open and empty.
Cool.
Can I do a perception check on the bodies to see if there's anything on them of note?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a roll at +2. So you don't really, it's really hard to see it until you kind of get the little glitter, and you get the glitter around the time that Ringer lights the torch out here. Near this guy's eyes, there are wounds that are not nearly the size of the wounds that are in his body. Like the ones in his body, he's been stabbed, right? Like a stinger went in him. The ones by his eyes are very small. They're sort of grazing. And there's like what do you call it? They're like abrasions almost. It's almost like shrapnel. And then it oddly glitters when when Ringer lights the torch, and you see the little like sparkle, and you can pick out one of the little bits of something that's stuck in there, and you have this super small, like smaller than like the tip of a pencil piece of blue gem in your fingers. This is quite likely the smallest little like flake or shard of Kyber Dragon shard you've ever seen.
Shrewd, I think, doesn't know a whole lot about Kyber Dragon stuff, so he would probably take this to the dwarves to examine.
Aren't you from the Catch?
Yeah, but
Which
do
is
they really
underground?
do they really use Kyber Dragon? I didn't look too far into Kyber Dragon.
So they would still use it for like enchanting weapons and stuff like that. Like it's basically just a magical battery. You might not use it for what the gnomes use it for, which is like I need it to bind an elemental to this thing, but you could use it for like I'm just gonna enchant this weapon. It's a magic Duracell basically.
Yeah, I still feel well in that case. Like if he knows what it is, he'll probably just like share what he found with the group.
Okay.
So
Cool.
appears some were hiding Kyber Dragon, and he holds up the little lake or the little flake as he speaks.
That is quite tiny.
Small flake, yes, probably more than what was making. And Chirrut will open up a pouch, and he'll just like plink it in.
Yeah, I mean this is, dude, it's so small. If you drop it in that bag, you're never gonna find it again. Like this is not.
Oh, okay.
This is not like you have found the treasure.
No. I know it's not
It is incredibly tiny to the point where it probably doesn't have much value past like maybe a handful of copper.
I mean, still probably more than they were making.
Yeah.
I guess in that case, he'll just like put it on the table.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, anybody doing anything else of note?
No, I think ready to get going.
All right. So, if you're ready to get going, where are you going to?
I think we were going to go this way.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you guys want Chirrut to scout ahead?
Yes.
I mean, if he's offering to, yes.
Okay.
So Chirrut will move at about, I would say, 20 feet ahead of the group.
Sounds good.
And I'm assuming I will have to roll a stealth check.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So, let's see. Go to that far. So, at that far, you see a sconce here. You see a sconce there. You see a couple of barrels over in this area. Give me a perception check. You don't see anything moving that is not you or your friends.
Okay. Think Chirrut is gonna. Do I have a flint steel? I believe.
Note, like I said before, these are
that's right.
these are sconces. They are not torches.
No, I might also have a torch. Hang on.
Okay.
Check wrong. I do have a torch. Chirrut will. I think Chirrut will instead motion everybody forward, and then scout ahead another 20 feet. So kind of have them like 20 feet behind him, like
you're gonna go to
back
like
and forth kind of.
here-ish?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I can roll another stealth if.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
So go to there. Yeah. Exactly what I said before. It looks like a mine. You see a support pillar. You see a support pillar with a sconce attached, and then you see a couple of barrels. So this is clearly a mine where somebody is searching for metal, because it's very like we're going to follow this vein wherever this vein goes. And that kind of fits with what Tutark says, where he's like we turned it into a quarry once we found the mine. Because they stopped mining because it was just rock. So yeah, it doesn't look like they have actually done the quarrying bit over here. But that's what this is. So Noth- n-
What?
You're not seeing anything of note down here.
Okay. Is there any symbol on the barrel here?
No symbol, no.
I think Sharut. Okay, so Sharut is gonna pull out his signal whistle, and he's gonna put
Oh,
it in his
boy.
mouth, and he's gonna go check out the barrel.
Okay.
Um,
Roll initiative for. No, I'm kidding.
As the
Um,
explosion rips through Sharut's body, a faint pee is heard.
He slams into the wall behind you guys and goes, tweet.
Love it.
So yeah, you go over and check out the barrel. It takes you a couple of seconds to sort of like pry the top off, and once you do, it reeks of vinegar. Like it just reeks of vinegar. It's up to you if Sharut knows what it is, but it smells super vinegary.
I have no idea what it would be. Is it just like kind of them like storing food kind of thing?
Yeah, it looks like somebody's trying to pickle something.
Yeah. No, Sharut would know what that is.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody's trying to pickle something.
Doesn't. Well, I wonder what they're trying to pickle. What are they trying to pickle? Tell me.
Cucumbers.
Scorpions, oddly enough.
So you reach in there and pull something out. I mean, there's some on the top. You can kind of like you can make out shapes, but you can't make out what they are because the dark vision doesn't really work that way. It hit the water and then you don't have depth. You
Okay.
know what I mean?
So Sharut will grab one,
Yeah.
and then he'll start headed towards the light.
Yeah.
He'll take the whistle out of his mouth,
Yeah.
and
so-
as he gets towards the light, is he able to like?
Yeah, so
Is it-
so what you're carrying is basically it's sort of weirdly swollen because of the pickling process. But this looks to be a mushroom with a very like bell-shaped cap that is about 8 inches tall and about 6 inches wide, and then it has a stalk that's about another 12 inches. And it's just this like it's kind of like purplish and greenish, and yeah, it's real big.
That would be knowledge nature to know what kind of mushroom it is, right?
Yeah.
All right. Sharut's gonna head into the light and just kind of hand the mushroom to Saract.
Sure. Zeract, this has already sort of partially undergone a pickling process, so you can give me a knowledge nature. It'll be at a -2.
That's fair. It's also cave stuff, so.
Yeah, fucking cave stuff, man. Yeah. So, this is something that you've heard people call a violet top. You've never really experienced this, but you know that people that live near certain caves use them as foodstuffs because they grow to be pretty big. And what you know about that pretty bigness is that it usually stops at about 1/3 this size.
Okay.
You've heard of them getting to be about, it's about 4 inches wide and about, like 3 inches tall, and then with like 6-inch stalk, and which is still a sizable mushroom.
Yeah.
This is way bigger than, like, you are holding a chihuahua.
Zeract is going to chalk this up to suspiciously large stuff again.
Okay.
And having analyzed it, we'll pass it to the dwarves. She assumes it is something they would eat.
Ah, thank you much. I've heard of these.
Sharut looks at the dwarves and then looks at Saract. Safe to eat?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say it's safe to eat, but
Mm.
And Gredek's already
Well,
like,
yes.
So before
Brother,
moving
no.
forward,
So would a survival test for us dwarves, as opposed to knowledge of nature, is like growing up in the mines and getting used to cave fungi as a thing to look out for.
no, like this is one that you probably recognize. You probably wouldn't pickle it. It's sort of like, this is one of the cave fungi that dwarves typically don't eat. It's like, we could, but like it's all size with no flavor, but it'll keep you alive.
I mean, I suppose it'll sustain you, but
If you
So-
can living.
There are no plump helmets, I'll tell you that.
Ain't nobody fighting in the line to grow these, I'll tell you that much. Lumio, why are you so far away, lad? Get over here.
No, Tasty. Understand. There's nothing left down in this direction. Just rock. Lots of rock. Think it is end of mine.
Are you sure?
Feel free to look.
Oh, so it is.
Sharut, continue to scout.
Sure, being all quiet and stuff in danger and just like, do.
Yes.
Sure, you can see the end of this tunnel from where you are. There's a support column that has a sconce on it. There's another barrel, and over here is a couple of pickaxes in this area.
It doesn't look like they've been. Can I tell if they've been used at this distance?
No. From how far? Like you were like 40 feet away. No.
Yeah, I was like there.
Yeah.
but,
Do you have knowledge dungeoneering?
I do.
Yeah.
Where's
Go ahead
my
and give me a
character
knowledge
sheet?
dungeoneering once you get a little closer.
Right there. Yeah, that's one I put a point in. 19.
Yeah. So it definitely looks like this area right here, like right underneath the ping. Somebody was trying to mine into that because the stone, like the break looks fresher. You know what I mean? It's that difference between everything else, like all the rest of the walls have that sort of fine layer of dust that accumulates with age, and right there is fresh breaks.
Okay. Sharut will examine that area a little closer.
Okay. I
Perception?
just told you what you know.
Oh, okay. Just nothing more, nothing less. Okay.
Yep. You see that there has been a little bit of picking away at that area.
Strange. Okay.
Yeah. I know that you don't have profession miner, so I will give you the, hey, here's what's happened to the rock wall. That's all you'll be able to find out with it.
Sharut will come back and say, also end of mine, but appears there has been some recent work towards Northern Point. As he points down that end of the tunnel. Can look if want. Think we should go north.
Yep, if that's what you think.
I'm trying to see why this is not...
Just climb over this table.
There we go. It wasn't giving me the appropriate diameter on the torch. Now it is.
Lumio, Ringer, are your legs broken? Come on now.
All right. So, when you guys get up to here, this is something that you could sort of make out before, but now that you're getting the light, you can see it a little bit better. This looks to be a track, and it looks to be sort of the turnstile or the conductor's point on the track of determining where the track is going. You know that in this direction, over here, off to the left, is where there's the barricade that Tutark erected. So you can assume that if you were to go up to this track and then go left, it would lead to that barricade. But you don't really know what the rest of it is. There is sort of a stopper right here, right next to where Zeract is. In case somebody pushes the cart too hard, it'll stop it and won't let it, just run wild into a wall. Otherwise, this seems to be it's fairly quiet. You're not really hearing much. There's just this sort of turnstile.
I think Sharut is just going to kind of push forward to the north.
Okay.
Let me know if you want me to roll another stealth check.
Will do. So yeah, at that point you're on the turnstile. You can see down the track keeps going down to the right down here, and then loops up to the north. And then to the north, what you can see looking up is going to be a minecart, and you see a ladder that goes up.
Am I able to tell if that ladder connects to? Because I can see through here.
Yeah, you can kind of see through here, and like you can see the ladder, and it connects to a platform, and then the platform seems to go through to this area behind these two rocks.
Okay, which looks like it also comes to overlook here. Yeah. Okay, which case, all right, then Shrewd would probably head in this direction because that looks like it's just going to loop back around.
Okay. So while he's doing that, the rest of you, what are you doing?
I'm just following along because there's no reason for anything to change right now since he's doing the scouting. I'm not going to be like, now it's my turn.
Okay.
If Sharut is cleared the north, then we should probably take a quick look up there, since he's not seen any enemies.
Sounds good.
All right.
So
Yeah.
as he starts going off in the other direction, you want to go north, Zeract?
Yeah.
Sorry, is it Zeract?
I'll-
Is it Zeract or Zeract?
Correct.
Zeract. I keep saying it at like Tom Zarek from Battlestar.
Yeah. It's okay.
Cool.
So
So
as they go to look up there, Sharut will give him just like
Yeah.
give them a quick synopsis of what he saw.
Yeah.
So they just
Yeah.
For anybody who has Profession Minor, if any of you do have Profession Minor, you can give me that roll. If you don't have that for the dwarves, you can also give me a blacksmith roll at a -3. Or
Okay.
anybody with dungeoneering can give me a dungeoneering roll at a -3 as well.
Cool.
Damn, Dendron and Gredic doing all right. So Dendron and Gredic. You notice a
That's
couple.
dwarf things, really.
You notice a couple things about basically the turnstile that you were just walking on.
Yeah.
So while the tracks themselves are very old, and I mean old. The tracks in the middle look to be freshly constructed. The whole turnstile looks to be freshly made. This is something of a new installation, even if it's an installation that was replacing an old one. As such, you know that presumably it would take just one of you to operate this if you needed to or wanted to.
Cool.
Yeah, you would just basically undo the latch, and then you could just basically grab it and you walk around the edge, and as you walked around the edge, the whole thing would turn. But
Nice. Good to
given
know.
given the newness of it and the construction of it, both you can tell that hey, this is actually good craftsmanship. Lumio and Ringer, are you guys doing anything specific while they're examining the stuff and moving north?
If I find anything worth picking up that's not dry.
I don't have. Oh, go ahead.
So like I said, over here, down here in this room is if you're talking about looking for weapons, this is actually like a supply room. There's shovels, there's torches, there's hammers, there's picks, there's chisels for shaping. There's all kinds of stuff in this supply room.
Oh, well then yeah, I'll just grab handfuls of tools.
Yeah, you could quite easily grab a backpack and just kind of load it with mining tools. It would take you maybe 2 minutes to get the backpack to the point where it's full. So you could easily be doing that with no problem.
Sure, but
Okay.
I did that.
Cool. And
I have a
Lumio,
variety of tools.
Lumio, what were you saying?
I don't have any skills or anything like that necessarily appreciates in value when you put me underground. So I'm just looking around and attempting to see, listen, or take in as much information as I can.
Okay.
In the surrounding area.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. Let's Zeract, you were moving up to here. So, what you see up here is number one, the mine cart. There's a mine cart right there.
Look.
You see a support pillar with a sconce on it. You see a wheelbarrow right here.
I do see a wheelbarrow.
And there's a ladder leading up to a platform.
Mhm.
Given that when you were walking up here, you also saw this area that that was overlooking the track, you can kind of surmise that this platform is to go up and basically for an overseer to call out to people as they're doing their stuff.
Lumio, would you mind bringing the light this way?
Oh yes. Which is this way? This way?
north. Yeah.
And then Zeract will point to the ladder and say, "Hey, let's go have a look."
Okay.
So yeah, neither of you are miners, right?
Correct.
Okay, so what you see right here is it's sort of an odd device. It's not quite it's more of a basin than a barrel, but it's kind of a deep basin, and it has this sort of connecting attachment that has a grating to it, like a very fine sort of mesh grating. There's a little bit of water in a pitcher that's right next to it on the side. I don't know if either of you would be able to fathom what this is for. But yeah, it's basically sort of a weird, kind of deep, rounded basin that has this kind of almost ice cream scoop sort of attachment that goes through it over and over with the grating.
Kind of sounds like a sieve of some kind, but
Yeah. That's kind of what it is. Yeah.
So a sieve wouldn't be necessarily too far up. So at least that portion of it, Lumio probably understands.
Yeah.
And would call it to the miners, the dwarves, that there seems to be some kind of sieve with some other attachments up here, but I don't see any other sizes, so it may not be used for that purpose.
Zeract is going to check to see if there's any material left in the device itself.
Okay. Give me a perception check at a +2. 'Cause you have all that nice light next to you, and you're not super rushed at the moment.
Greta will head up there to check out the device.
Yeah. So, Zeract, you're sort of moving stuff around, and so you are finding this is mostly rock in the bottom. It's like little pebbles, right? Like it's been sort of shattered. It's mostly little pebbles of granite and that sort of thing, since this is a granite quarry. But you also see these like little blue flakes in it.
That's what I was looking for. All right. Zeract isn't going to try and collect them. I imagine they're small and not worth the time anyway.
Yeah, like if
And none of this quantity.
if you were to get a lot of them, like a lot of them, you could maybe make like kyber dust or something, but you would have to basically use this to like pick through everything. Dandrin, this is a mining sieve. It's something that miners use. You are not a miner. You have probably never used one, but you have definitely seen it. This is usually used to sort of like pan through for precious stuff, like sort of panning for gold. When you think that you have a lot of one thing, like dirt or rock, and a very little amount of something else, like gold or gems or something, it basically just helps you with sort of shuffling through stuff.
Yeah, I'll just relay that.
I have a conundrum. Danterin, Grudek, this mine seems like if it was refining to this extent at least, kyber dust or fragments thereof, that could be potentially valuable. It still bothers me that we haven't found any trace of records of the business. There's no trail as to where the money went.
They might not be keeping it here.
Well, then even
It's
so,
possible.
we have their book which shows all of their trades in and out. How
Well,
do they?
to be fair, we have. It could be that, as my brother, I believe, insinuated, they've a second book that they use. I think the term is cooking the books or some such thing. This is the official book, so if anyone finds it, well, nothing to worry about. But
Then why are
they
there no
might have a
wages?
second book from it.
Then why is there no money at all being tracked in the first book?
Yeah, perhaps it's in the second book. Assuming, of course, there is a second book.
Something seems off about this. If we encounter any more of these places where a supervisor might be, let's continue to try and look for something that might push this forward. This is a trail of something, I know it.
Yes. Leaves no stone unturned, as the saying goes.
Okay, so you guys are heading back down?
Yep.
All right. So while you're heading down, Sharut, where are you going?
We're gonna continue scout.
Cool.
We're gonna continue scout. And
So at this point, you can see a support pillar with a sconce on it. You see a sort of I forget what you call it. It's like the deviating control that changes the track
a switch.
on the switch. There you go. It's a switch. The switch looks to be different material than the tracks. It doesn't seem to be quite as old, whereas the tracks are kind of like rusty. And then at this point, you see a cart with a cart stop, and you see another platform up here. And at the top of the platform, you also see a support pillar with a sconce on it.
I do have knowledge engineering.
Yeah.
So this essentially, this part looks new-ish.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like that is new and like you don't even need to make the check really. It looks like it's new and it works.
Okay. All right. Well, Shrewd will go over here.
Okay.
Just kind of see what's up.
Cool. Are you climbing up? You can't see this from down there.
I think Shrewd will wait for them to get a little closer before he climbs up.
Sounds good. To the rest of the group, there's a goblin watching you from the shadows.
Kill it.
All right.
Fantastic.
Rest of the group, what are you doing?
I'll just continue trailing behind.
Okay.
Following along. Shadowing
Sound-
Lumio.
Sounds good.
Because Lumio is a light source. Haha.
Cool. So much the same thing. There's a support pillar with a sconce here. You guys see the cart, and then there's a platform up here. For those with engineering, this bit, the switch, looks new. Yeah. So, and you see Sharut like over there, basically standing by the cart. So
He wants to go up there, doesn't he? All right, little buddy, up you go.
You see him.
I'll give you a boost.
You see him
Uh,
scamper up the ladder.
Is this one on the ground level or not?
no, this one is up above.
Okay, I would only light this one then.
Okay. Did you bring torches with you?
I grabbed a variety of tools. I assume that included some torches.
All right. I'm gonna say that you grabbed
Rolls the dice.
5 torches.
There you go.
So this is going to give you. There you go. Gives you that much light,
Bing.
which will make slightly yellow. I made it really yellow when I was messing with it, and it was really yellow. It drowned out everything. Here, I'll make one that's really yellow, and it's abominable. Yeah. Damn it, it didn't do the thing. There you go.
I'm not seeing it.
Yeah,
Yep,
I'm not
you-
seeing it either.
You guys
Nothing.
aren't seeing it?
No.
Oh man, why isn't it doing the thing?
Oh, I can kind of see it. Hold on. I can see it from the Twitch.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Oof.
that's oh god, now
God.
I see it. Oh, gross.
You dropped some mustard on that
Oh,
one, buddy.
hey, there's
Yeah,
someone dropped the piss light.
There's popcorn butter everywhere.
Hold breath. Hold breath. Shrewd drop mustard gas.
Piss radish?
PS fetish? All right. So, Sharut, when you are up there, give me a perception check.
Oh, righty.
Don't do it. That's what he wants you to do.
I mean, that's
Well,
he-
I'm waiting for it.
that's what he told me to do, so I kind of have to do it. That's how the game works. So
Be your own man, Noah, or not. You know, your choice.
Up to you, man.
Do it. You won't, or you will. Who cares?
21.
21. Okay, so you see a couple of bags. These look like sacks. They are full of things that you can put into sacks. You see a pair of pickaxes, and you see a bucket with some chunks of rock in it. You see also basically near the sacks on kind of this area is blood. There is a good amount of leaky red fluid that happened over in this corner near the sacks.
Sharut found blood. Kind of hollers down to the people on the,
Sharut
Ground
found
floor.
blood. Sharut found blood. Sharut found blood.
and he's gonna kind of walk as he says that he's gonna walk like so they can see him,
Yeah.
right? Because they can see him from here. He's gonna
Yeah.
walk to go examine it closer.
Okay. Yeah, so what you're seeing is that there's only a little bit over in this area. Over here, it looks like there's a lot, and it kind of drags, drags this way. And then from your vantage point, when you look down, you can, it was blending into the rock a bit too much, but you can kind of see it on the ground too, as it's doing this.
Okay, so I kind of have a trail.
Yeah.
Okay. What's in these bags?
So, in the bags,
Hands. So many hands.
It's soup.
It's
Um,
just free soup.
Seems bad way to store.
do you have knowledge geography? I believe it would be.
I do not.
Okay.
I can try. Would that just be like a raw int test? Maybe.
Hold on. I think it's actually. I think I keep having you roll the one that you don't have. Hold on. Oh no. You could actually you could roll dungeoneering for this. Give me knowledge
Alright.
dungeoneering.
Ugh.
Oof.
What
it was bound to happen.
what you have are these chunks of rock, and it looks like the chunks are about half granite, but on the other side of the chunks is this metal that has kind of this blocky, sort of like almost cubic structure that sort of builds on itself. And this shit just glitters golden.
Okay.
Like
Sure.
what you have found are chunks of unrefined, basically unmelted, I guess, gold.
So Sharut thinks that okay. He's gonna grab both of the, or he's gonna grab one of them, right?
Yeah.
And he's going to drag it.
Okay.
Um,
It takes you some
and he's
time, but you
gonna-
can do it.
well, he gets because of the pack thing. Like
Oh
he-
yeah, I forgot that you're like obnoxiously able to carry things, even though you're you're able to carry things very well, but you're also very weak.
Exactly. So it's like he actually can probably grab both, depending on how heavy they are. Like he can drag and push
Yeah, there's no way. he can-
1,125 pounds.
Fuck, actually, you can. Yeah, you can drag both.
So he's going to grab and drag both over to the edge, and kind of like toss them to the ground.
Okay.
Shoot thinks he found gold, and he's just gonna let it onto the ground and let it like just clatter.
Is there any soup up there?
No soup. God damn it.
Where I thought you were going with it, not there.
God damn it, John! I was just about to move my guy, and you said that, and you dragged me.
So yeah, he's gonna essentially have them fall down right there, and
Okay.
have like the stuff just kind
Yeah.
of clatter out.
Yeah, you just threw 2 bags of gold to dwarves. You're never seeing that shit again. Guys, he just threw 2 bags of gold to you.
He's never
Brother,
seen
grab
that
the
shit
other one.
again.
Brother, grab the other one.
Grab it.
Turns out the dwarves can't move it, but Shrewd can.
That's fucked up.
It's too much. Yeah,
Brother, I need your help carrying this one.
for either
If
of you,
only this were soup.
for either of you, if you have knowledge engineering or profession minor, go ahead and give me a roll. So, Grudek, yeah, you grab the sack and you lift it up and you reach in and you grab a rock and you pull it out and it is granite and pyrite. It's full gold.
Sharut,
Yes.
here, why don't you carry these?
Would make scout difficult.
But you found it, and finders keepers.
It's only right and fair.
Yeah, it's just to keep him calm.
Uh,
No,
he,
I
has
would.
to, he has to say it as a mantra, otherwise the darkness will get him.
Yeah,
All right. So, what are you guys doing now?
I toss away. It's nothing but pyrite.
Okay.
Ah, that is unfortunate.
It's okay. We'll eventually find some.
I guess if there's nothing in this bucket here of note, Sharut will probably continue to scout north.
It looks like places where they have tried to break bits of the pyrite out of the rock.
Okay.
So like what you're seeing is like a place where there was clearly something pulled out of this rock.
Actually, instead of scouting, can he follow the blood trail?
Sure. Give me a survival check. That's following tracks. It's not a hard roll, but it's still a survival check.
Viable.
Yeah. So here's what you find. Let me draw the thing. And you can just move your dude along and let me know when or if you stop.
If you want me to like roll any stealth
damn it.
checks.
Stop. There we go.
Oh God!
Wow, it got real bad there.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, apparently the track ripped something open.
Oh Lord!
Oh no!
So yeah, you can give me a stealth check. Go ahead.
Whatever dragged that body just had some severe OCD.
Yeah.
All right.
Or was extremely artistic.
Very creative.
Very very expensive.
Would you buy this?
I'd buy it for $1.
Nice.
All right, Shrewd, can you give me a perception check? Okay. You see something right here. I hope you can actually see it.
Yeah, I can see it.
Sort of Pushed back in these barrels and boxes is a waiting, watching cave scorpion. But as you move, we're fairly certain it doesn't see you. It's looking past you. So, yeah.
Okay. Hang on. Okay. That's Sharut is gonna pull out his signal whistle again.
Okay.
He's gonna put it in his mouth.
Okay.
He's gonna hold it in his mouth between his lips.
Okay.
And
I mean, I
he's
understand how
gonna-
whistles work. You could just like tell me he like.
yeah. You know, you never know. You never know.
You don't
And
have to
Teeth
ask for
slightly
the.
clenching the end of the whistle. He nibbles on it tenderly, and it reminds him of fonder times.
Why is this now a romance novel?
I know.
Oh,
Well, what the fuck?
back when he was a young goblin and times were simple and not complicated.
God damn it. Travis, are you at maximum hero points?
Yes.
Oh well, damn it.
Wait, like, let's see.
I don't think we've used any.
Yeah, I don't think
think
so.
I think the only one that's used one is Zeract. So Noah, what is Sharut doing?
Sharut is going to take 2 shots and then he's going to run back and blow the whistle. So surprise round. I don't know because that's a surprise.
so the surprise
Yeah.
round you only get one.
Okay.
I'm really excited for Shrut to run back to
Yeah.
the party and then blow the whistle. Not that he's blowing the whistle where they dance. He's walking
In
right
that case, no, because I forgot that surprise round. It's you only get a move or an action. So Sharut will sneak back towards the party
Okay.
because he is not melee, and if he gets stuck in melee, he is fucked.
All right. Go ahead and give me a stealth roll again.
Oh,
I
okay.
have no idea where to find my hero points. Oh, I didn't. How do you calculate your hero points?
You have 3.
Okay, then yes, I have the max.
I can give it a
Fuck
shot.
you, Noah.
But I doubt it's gonna happen. God damn it. That was actually good.
That was a really good roll,
Um.
but Sharut has stupid stealth.
Yeah.
How does
okay.
stupid stealth look?
I
Okay.
mean, like
It doesn't. You don't
you
see
don't.
it.
Okay,
You don't see it, but
him,
he's bumbling into
No,
every
no, no.
box.
You don't see him until he is right here.
Everybody, go ahead and roll initiative because what Sharut's gonna tell you is gonna happen, and then this thing's going to come charging out.
All right.
Don't remember how to do that.
You click on
So
your
you
dude,
have to right click your dude and then click the cross swords.
and then you go
Oh,
to the fisty thing.
got it. I did the thing.
Okay. Sharut, what do you say to the group?
There's another cave scorpion up ahead. There could be more. I don't know, but that's where the body was dragged to. He's lying in wait behind or between the crates and barrels. Yeah.
All right. Then
So we charge it,
yeah.
right? That's what we do.
Why? Why?
So Gruddick, it's your turn.
Okay. Well then, we best get going. Then I'll just start walking along.
Yeah. It looks like it was trying to set an ambush, like trying to hide and wait. It's the size of like a German Shepherd.
Oh, okay.
It's doing a real bad job of I'm hiding and wait or laying in wait.
I'll since I'm going first, I'll just walk my like length, but act like I'm not seeing it.
Well, I've never even heard of cave scorpions.
What is that? Is that a type of dog?
Okay, then I will go to Ringer.
Okay.
Must be some special breed
Damn it.
of pony.
Yeah, you
I
can
stop
even,
this.
I don't even think you can see it right now.
Okay. I got it.
Okay, gotcha. It's gonna be like you're still clicking the ruler. Stop clicking the ruler.
Sure am.
At this point, you can, I believe, still not see it. It's right there. So you still can't see it.
Okay.
Oh no, wait. It's just at the edge of your vision. You can kind of make out the pincers because it's in that square right there, or that
So-
X.
What Ringo would do is he would move, ready to counterpunch.
Okay, I assume for when you're attacked.
Yep.
Sounds good. All right. So after that is going to be Illumio. It's your turn.
I assume that the others are going to move forward. Oh, hold on. I assume that the others are going to move forward, so I'm going to move up to about here.
Okay. And I believe you can also just because your torch or your lantern has a bigger light than his torch, you could just make it out. It's in this square that I'm clicking.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
So
Cool.
I assume that they can now see it.
Yes. So, yep, you can see it right there. And so, are you doing anything else?
No, it's out of my range.
Okay.
And I don't want to get
ready in
close.
action.
Yeah, I
You
could, but
you can also you have other stuff that you can do though. You can do your war sphere thing.
that's right.
The what is it? The totem.
Yeah. Actually, this would be a great place for that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I dropped the totem.
Cool. Yeah. Lumio jams his staff into the ground, and there's a little bit of lightning, and you and your allies, if they are within, what is it? I believe
It's
I
I think 30 feet.
55 feet. They're
Yeah.
within 55 feet of this square that Lumio is currently in. You guys get a +2 to your damage rolls.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Cool. So you do that, and then Zeract.
Zeract will move and then ready in action to fire when something hits the first range of her crossbow.
Sounds good. Sharut.
Sharut will move here and ready in action to fire 2 shots once the Scorpone gets within 30.
Sounds great.
Actually, we'll go once he gets around right there, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. My turn?
Yeah.
Scorpion. You see it sort of have you ever seen a scorpion burrow?
Mhm.
Where it kind of just
In
wiggles.
Fallout.
It just sort of wiggles back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what it's doing, and it's doing that, and all these boxes and stuff behind it are moving to the side or falling or whatever. And it's just kind of burrowing as it shakes its butt and moves backwards.
Nice.
Dandrin. I don't know if Eric is around. Okay, his
I
mouse
think
is
he's
moving.
back, yeah.
Cool.
I'm here. Don't worry. Brother, what a fine day it is for a casual walk with absolutely no threats in the area.
I can't tell if they're doing more of that humor their sister was so displeased with, or they don't know that there's a threat.
Grodic, it's your turn.
Fantastic. Then, oh, hidey-didey-didey.
Hidey-didey-didey. We like to pidey.
We like to pie. We're not very good at singing when the brews get strong.
Is that how far you're moving?
Yeah, because I can only move 20.
Okay. I mean, you can you can run or you can charge.
Oh, hidey-didey-didey-didey-didey. Just kidding.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I was just asking. So if that's how far you move, that's how far you move.
Yeah.
Cool. Ringer, your turn. It backed
Said
up
55 feet.
55 feet from
Oh, nice.
Lumio.
All of that. all of that is Ringer's stuff or Lumio's stuff.
And then ready counterpunch.
What? Who just dropped? Oh,
I did because I'm marking Lumio's
gotcha.
range.
You
If you
moved
want.
to there and readied counterpunch?
Yep.
And what's the trigger for your counterpunch?
I get attacked.
Cool. I need you to roll me a perception check to see if you can see this attack coming.
It's
It
my
has
perception.
a gun.
Oh god. Any penalties for light?
I'm sorry, what?
Any penalties for light?
No, don't you have a torch with you?
I do. I'm asking because I don't. They're in dim light and I'm in bright light.
Oh,
Or at least torchlight.
yeah, sorry. You'll be at I believe it's a -2 because they're in dim.
Okay.
Nice.
Shit. All right. You'll actually get to counterattack. So you move up and you're looking at this one, and one from the side goes and sort of runs at you, skittrin', and you get to counterattack before it gets to you.
That's good. I am still power attacking. I was not doing my damage code right.
Oh no.
Upgrade my improvised weapons
Upgrade.
by 1 size category.
And you add 2 to the damage from me.
And also from counterpunch.
Yeah.
That Scorpone is fuck.
Boxing is
He
such a
sure
weird
did.
sphere. I'm gonna stand here and let him hit me. He hits you. I'll teach him.
Scorpion is fucked. +9 to damage.
It normally is +7.
Ugh.
Oh, and 1 fire
Jesus.
damage.
Yeah, he's dead.
Nice.
The scorpion ambush did not work.
I'm gonna get him. Oh, I'm dead.
But the other guy, who was just moving backwards and doing basically the same thing, because his action triggered on the other guy's action, is gonna go. And then you don't have 2 of those
Yeah.
ready, do you?
He
What's
actually doesn't get that far because I take a shot at him first.
Oh, that's funny. Go. Oh, I think Shrewd takes a shot at him too.
I don't know if he's in my range. Hang on, let me check. No, he's not within 30 feet. He's within my range increment, but he's like.
Okay, cool.
I said
then,
30
Then
feet,
Zarak
so-
takes a shot.
That not roll. That's weird.
So Ringer's moving forward, focused on the one that Shrewd pointed out, when another one runs in from the side, like basically leaps at him, stinger forward, and Ringer just kind of like dodges backwards and then hits it with the torch, and it just and just dies. The other one comes rushing out. Zarak shoots at it. Zarak misses.
Mhm.
It is going to try to stab Ringer, and does, I believe.
Yep.
For a stunning 1 damages. And please make me a fortitude save.
Damn.
Fuck. Yeah, you're fine. I mean, it's hard to poison something who can just move all the poison to their kneecap. I'm just gonna close those veins off. Yeah, you're fine. You're able to fight off the poison to literally no detriment to yourself. And that scorpion is basically going in like 12 points. And okay, it is now Lumio. It's your turn. The scorpions just sort of launch themselves at Ringer.
Oh, well, they were supposed to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, let's move up within. No. Yeah, let's move up within 30 feet. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Move there. And that should be close enough that I can do a -4 attack roll.
Please no hit me.
No promises.
Not quite enough. It's
No.
they sort of leap out of the way. Were you going to spend a spell point to concentrate on your or spend a spell point to leave your totem up, or are you just
Yes.
okay? So the totem will stay up for a minute
Mhm.
without you concentrating on it.
Yeah.
Sounds good. And after Lumio is Zeract. Oh no, wait, Zeract.
I readied my action last round, so I get to act this round as well.
No, but your initiative changed. Like you readied your action, so your initiative changed too, just after the scorpion.
I didn't delay. I readied an action.
Don't they both
Readying an
change your
action.
initiative?
I don't believe it does.
All right, go.
Does not for counterpunch.
It's-
It's
it-
like
it's
like
a-
Overwatch and XCOM.
Yeah, it's a thing I can look up later. So go ahead.
Cool. I'm gonna fire into combat because that's how we do things.
Yeah, go ahead. Attack at your -4.
Please no hit me.
Don't listen to him. Do what you feel is necessary.
I feel it's strange how you use the word necessary there.
It is just and necessary to shoot Mike. A 13, and that's with the
Oh, yeah.
-4.
It is.
That'll hit.
It does 7 damage. No, wait. Sorry, I didn't modify the damage. It does 9 damage.
All weapon damage rolls. Yep, does 9 damage. That particular scorpion is dead.
Scorpion.
So yeah, you have killed all the scorpions.
Huzzah!
All the scruffians.
All the scruffians are dead.
Fantastic.
How do I delete this server?
I'll do it.
You don't. That's why we try and avoid those.
Oh no, I could have done it. You just have to go back to the ruler and click on.
My favorite one is that, because now you guys are in a kind of cold.
Oh no.
Oh, awesome.
Everybody make a reflex save.
Yeah. So, you guys managed to defeat the scorpions. It's pretty quick. Like as soon as you knew that they were there, it's just whap 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 whap. These ones looked a little bit bigger than the other ones. So where the other ones were basically, imagine like I don't know, like Scottish terriers in terms of size. These were like, you know, like pit bulls ish. German shepherds, that sort of thing. So they're big, but they're not like oh man, that looks real scary there level of big. unless you just don't like scorpions, in which case that's real big. Yeah, I think at this point it's 9 o'clock. We've been going for about 2.5 hours. So how about we take a 10-minute break, and we can come back at 9:10 and keep going from there.
Sounds
Cool.
good.
Roger, Doctor.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a good time to get water.
All right, I will be back here in a couple of minutes in case anybody has questions about anything.
As a super quick note, John, you are correct about
So-
the injuries.
Oh, I figured, but it's been like a year since we played Pathfinder, so I wasn't sure. So.
I think
It's
it's been
cool.
longer than that.
Yeah, I used to literally be able to tell you like which page shit was found on because I had played so much of it, but whatever. So it's cool. We just know going forward.
Cool.
Alrighty, break time.
Oh, no, she didn't.
Well, she might have.
But what if she did?
Perhaps she did.
She very well could have.
Can't
Don't-
rule it out.
We don't really know what she has and hasn't done.
We can neither confirm nor deny her doing or not doing it.
We know she's done things and hasn't done others.
This is pretty dumb.
Is the thing dumb, or are the people doing the thing dumb?
Yep.
Perhaps it's both.
Where's Lumio? Oh, there he is. Sort of blending in. What the
Look at him, right there out in the open, playing his day. Master of stealth.
You know what, Eric?
You're correct.
Just
right. That's
for
what
that.
that is.
Just for that, cone of cold. Just to make sure it sticks. Second cone of cold.
I thought you were gonna go the more conventional route of suddenly a pit just opens up.
Suddenly a
underneath.
pit. And that pit was full of cones of cold.
just
There's nothing but cones of cold.
just pointed up and down as he's falling.
It always bugged me that cone of cold was like a higher level than fireball. Because it has the same max damage potential, and it just does cold damage, which is resisted by just as many things as fire. And so I was always like, why is this spell like so, like why is it a higher level? It doesn't make any sense. And then I realized like the size comparison between a 60-foot cone and a 20-foot sphere. It's way bigger.
Yeah, it's that. Although if you're overhead, it's also a sphere.
I mean, yeah.
A circle, I guess. Still.
Yeah, because like that's a fireball. You can like move that right there, and that's a cone of cold.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's just way bigger. You can literally fit the fireball in it twice.
And that's a meteor swarm.
Whoop! Meteor's done up and got him. Remember when that guy's body got caught on the railroad tracks?
What does I'm not quite
And
sure what
4
this
of
means.
those is an expanded or a widened. Too dark.
That will never get old.
Do you just have a fucking macro for that?
No,
Okay. It would be funnier if you did.
just hit the button every time. I'm trying to concentrate on
You
my
know what
food.
would be so good? We're in the we finished this quest. We're back in town talking to the dude finishing the quest. All of a sudden, our screen leaps, and then it goes back to my name is Too Dark.
It just jumps to the corner.
Oh, hold on a second. My wife's calling me, and I think I heard her being not well in the background. So hold on.
Speaking of not feeling well, I think I'm gonna call it for tonight. I'm feeling
Okay, man.
fatigued, and so if Lumio just goes on autopilot or something like that, that's fine.
That's fine.
So I will catch up with you guys later.
Yeah, later, man.
Some
Rest up.
Rest, man.
Yeah.
Get some rest.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. So
My name, Tutar.
his name is Tutark. It'll just be your guys' like battle cry. It'll be like this is legal.
It is probably the best battle cry we've had.
Yeah. I don't think we've had battle cries.
You weren't around for This Is Legal. That was the Pathfinder game with Moon, myself, John, Eric. I believe Mike was there. I believe Mike. It's so hard to remember.
Everybody's just in a chorus. His name is Too Dark.
Um,
Dead scorpions too. I'm sorry.
with Matt and myself. And essentially, what happened was Matt goes into this office and he's like, I need to speak to this dude right now. And he's talking to the secretary, right?
Secretary
Yeah.
points back at my character.
Yeah. And he just tries to intimidate the secretary into like getting him to get an appointment with this dude. And the secretary's pretty like hard strung and he keeps failing intimidate check after intimidate check. He's like, no, you need to make an appointment. And he's about to like bust down the door and like scream, this is legal. Right?
Yeah, Mike's guy was like a paladin of the god of law. So we assumed
Nice.
we just assumed that anything that we did with him around was completely legal. It wasn't.
No,
Totally
not.
wasn't.
But but the guys that we were fighting were more illegal than we were, so it was fine.
Oh.
But essentially like somebody walks in, makes an appointment, and the dude talks to us like 2 minutes later.
All right. So, I'm gonna get back to the game. Why are there arrows around Eric?
Is it his turn?
unsure. No,
Um,
apparently
it's
it's the Xerox.
Yeah, there we go.
There, combat over.
No, it's not his turn, but I don't know why there's arrows around him. Well,
I don't see arrows.
I can change that shit.
Oh, I see.
Brand new Dandarin.
Who's fallen down? He's prone. I lied.
So, yeah, you guys have just killed a couple of sort of juvenile cave scorpions, and what would you like to do?
Go down.
I'll
Yeah.
harvest him again.
I will
Sharuk,
just.
boy, help me.
Yes.
Okay. So, you guys are. Oh, you're doing the thing. Go ahead and give me the roll, Eric, on the first one. That is a failure. So it's a failure, but it's not a failure by enough to actually inject yourself with it. So the poison's just wasted. And go ahead and see about the second one. Short
rat.
assists. That is enough to poison yourself once again. So
Yay.
It's
1d.
just like he rolled decently well, and then I.
Go ahead and roll a fort save. Fuck. Yeah, you're fine. Cool.
Difficult, delicate work.
I'll get better at it.
All right. So you guys are all going down.
Sharut pulls the lever.
Let me make sure this is configured.
Pull the lever,
way
Sharut.
I want.
Wrong lever.
I'm going to activate
Both the doors
this.
just like fall off.
It opens the trap door underneath both dwarves. No vision in this scene.
I will. Yeah. You guys will have vision. I have to add your
I've fallen
tokens.
and can't get up.
And then Lumio has. Sorry. You're still
What?
carrying the torch, right? Okay. So that's dim of 40 and bright of 20. Update that token.
Wait, you can set macros?
Yeah.
I set that the wrong way. And it's very annoying. No, that's the right way. What the fuck? Why isn't it?
Is it just like a drag and drop macro? No.
That's not an appropriate amount for that. Whatever. And Lumio is currently 60, 30. Okay. So, you guys go down. To anybody who has the appropriate training for like of engineering, this is a fairly flawless up and down ride. It goes up and down very smoothly, which for a mine this old is a little surprising. This elevator was probably recently replaced. But yeah, you get down to this level. Are you guys able to see the whole level?
No.
No, but the light sources are very.
Bright, I would say.
Yeah, my light source is also very bright.
I don't know.
I'm seeing a very bright one here too.
Hold on. I don't know why that is, because everything is the same. Can you see nothing?
Oh, now
I can
it's
see everything now.
into the whole thing now.
Well, look away.
What about now?
Same as it was before we could see everything. So still like vision, but vision is like 100% clear all the way through.
All right. I don't know why it's doing what it's doing, so this is what you got. So I'll just have to measure out if you guys get into a spot where you need it. Yes, you're in the bottom. So what would you like to do at this point?
Sally forth. I'm assuming new stealth check.
You're in fairly bright light. Unless you're going farther from the party, there is no stealth. Like,
Oh, okay.
one of your team members has a torch behind you, and the other one has a lantern. Like, stealth isn't really a possibility at this point.
Okay.
Like, you have to get farther away from them. You can't stealth in front of the dude who's holding up a like bright lantern by just slightly crouching Skyrim style.
So like, wait, that's not how stealth works. So like about that far away or farther?
Yeah, like once you get to there and you're sort of in the dim light, but you also like need like cover, so you'd have to be like
Yeah.
here-ish.
Okay. Okay.
I'm really annoyed that it's fucking with vision because this took me a long time to set up.
Oh, wait, hang on. So if I look to the south, right, I can kind of see, I can see super bright and then some dim, if that helps you troubleshoot.
No, it's I think what would need to happen is I would need to reset it, exit the map, and then come back into the map. And I don't mean exit the map, I mean like exit the game.
Yeah, no, let's not do.
Yeah, it's fine. It's annoying, but it's fine. So, yes, you are in a place where it looks like more mining happens because you are able to see with, like, basically if Lumio moves there, mine carts that are full of rock. This looks to be like the actual quarry, part of the quarry. There are mining tools. There is various equipment up on this platform. You see a lot more track down here than you saw elsewhere. So yeah, you guys are able to sort of make out some of this at the edges before the light just isn't powerful enough to go any farther. But that's what you see.
I think Sharut is gonna go up this staircase here.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not dynamite.
Yeah, there's some stuff that's marked TNT because this is a Wild West map. Deleted that.
Are there actual like papers on this table?
Yes, there are actual papers on that table.
I just lost my light source.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to fix Lumio
Okay.
and see if it's working, and it's not. So
I will check out that table then.
okay. So you check out that table, and yeah, that's annoying. I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay.
It's fine, man.
So you're looking at the table. I'll say that Lumio gets up here so that he can provide a little light because it's hard to read in dark vision. So provides a little bit of light, and what you're seeing are basically things calling for X amount of stone, granite, that sort of thing. There's a like we need 6 more carts per day of worked brick if we're to make it in time for the order on the 14th of Threnodor, that kind of thing. But there's also basically a map of this area.
Snag up that bad boy.
Yeah, and it's basically saying like where they should put the track because here I'll actually kind of draw you a little version of it out. So if you have this and this is the elevator and this is where you're currently standing. They started going this way, and it's written there like bottomless crevice, which Sharut, you're from an underground place. Give me a knowledge engineering roll.
Any pluses for being from an underground place?
No.
Okay.
Oh no.
I mean, it's probably not bottomless. That's what you got.
What kind of supplies are over here? Is it just the kind of the same stuff that we saw upstairs?
Oh wait, I know why it's so fucky. It's not nighttime.
That makes sense.
There we
That
go.
fucking did it.
Yeah.
It's not
there it
nighttime
is.
because I was working on stuff. There we go. My bad, guys.
Oh, it's fine.
So, yeah. So over here are also supplies, but a lot of the supplies that you're seeing are more like, these are the actual active mining supplies. These are the sledgehammers. These are the chisels and the mattocks. These are the pickaxes, that sort of stuff. Whereas upstairs, it was like pretty much anything you could need. Like down here, like these are the tools. These are the things you're actually going to break rock with.
Ringer, better tools up here.
Bag's already full. I'm good.
Bag's full.
Sure. Bigger hammer.
So
I'll try to travel a little bit later, honestly.
Director's going to call back to Dandrin. Dandrin, you've still got that book, yes? The one we were touching on?
I do. It's in my pack. Why, you need to see it?
Yes, there's 10 lines here. Perhaps we can sync up. Shrewd, if you wouldn't mind helping. Trying to sync up the quantities of goods being brought in with the information here as well.
Yeah, if you want to give me another profession roll at a +2 with the additional information.
Oh, sure. Just take out the books here.
I don't have profession, like any skill points, but it is a class skill. Can I still make that roll?
No, like profession is something that you kind of have to be trained in.
Okay.
So, Dandrin, so you've heard about what you think is going on here, and it's a distasteful, very human practice. Are you familiar with the sort of like evil of the company store?
I am very aware of the company store.
Yeah. So what Dandrin kind of thinks is going on here is that because again, there's no money. There's just these shipments are going to be sent out, and then you see a thing for a delivery marked on one of the days when it says that they're expecting new tools, and it says that one of the things that they're expecting is quote unquote chits, CHITS. This is not something that dwarves would usually do, but these are people that are working for like food chits or like equipment chits or that sort of thing. This is a way to sort of keep people indebted to the mine.
It's a form of indentured servitude, really.
Basically, yeah. Like this is something that like dwarves would never ever do this because, you know, everybody deserves to actually like earn their keep. Also, dwarves take enough pride in mining that like it's considered to be a good thing to be a skilled miner. So yeah, you're sort of realizing it, combining the ledger with this delivery thing and like how they're doing stuff that like it's not indentured servitude, but the people who are working here are working for like food vouchers rather than money with which to buy food. They definitely didn't have a way to improve their lot in life, which if you go with what Zeract was talking to Tutark about, is probably why they ended up stealing stuff. Or not stealing stuff, but not reporting their findings.
Correct. Sharut, I see what's been going on here. There's a reason we haven't been finding any money trails, because they're not using money here. See this here, this entry here? Chits. It's a type of voucher or token. They pay, and he makes air quotes as he says it, their employees with these, and they can exchange them for things like food and lodging and equipment and clothing, but it's not useful outside of the mine.
That just sounds
It's
like
not quite indentured servitude, but it is. Well, you see, the thing about money is it's good most anywhere. This is only good here. It's mine currency, if you will, which is fairly useless outside of the mine. This explains a great deal of what's been happening here, I think. It's not right. No. Brother, come listen to this. They pay the miners in chits for equipment and food.
The bastards.
It's a damnable shame.
Fucking assholes.
This is something we'll have to have a firm talking to with those in charge of the mine when we get back. I tell you what.
Gredick.
This is important. We need to be able to prove this. Let's store this somewhere safe.
This is the worst we talk. Gredick. When you're right there at the top of the steps, can you give me a perception check, please?
Yeah.
I feel like Sharut would be confused about this.
You see this.
I sure do. Oh.
So let me describe it for you. What you see is a scorpion that sort of crawls up from under the platform that you're on and then comes on top of it.
Okay.
And it starts moving towards you. This scorpion looks like it does not look like the cave scorpions. It looks
Mhm.
like this one is made entirely of crystal. And the crystal is sort of it's green at the tips, at the legs, and at the stinger on the back. But
Yeah.
the center of this pulses with this sort of like blue-black energy, and you see this smattering of 6, 7, maybe 8, depending on the glow of it, eyes on top of this thing. And it, when it moves, it sounds like somebody taking a glass dagger and just jamming it into the wood of the floor as it's moving towards you.
Damn.
Can you give me an initiative roll, please?
Sure.
So, there you go. All right.
Oh no.
Lumio?
Why is Lumio? Oh, apparently I still had Lumio clicked. I had Lumio clicked when I clicked the thing, and yeah. So, okay. This thing moves towards you,
Mhm.
and it's moving with determination, and it's sort of climbing kind of on your leg. It's on your boot, and then its legs are wrapping around your leg, and it's moving up and moving up, and then its stinger starts like going over its head and poking at your belt. And unlike the other one, which was trying to poke through and like
Yeah.
basically trying to stab you in the stomach, this one isn't. It's going around for your side.
Okay.
Give me a perception check. You are absolutely certain that this thing is trying to go for your coin purse.
It's trying to grab my money.
Yep. It's your turn. It failed its grapple check.
I toss my coin purse to the side, like over here.
Okay. Yeah. You do that. So at this point, that round is done. Everybody else can add themselves to the combat if you'd like.
Ringer just saw money. Just heard money being flung.
Yeah, like you didn't even hear the other thing. Just this. Oh, what the hell? And then like coins.
Oh, you don't need those, huh?
Twice in a row. Got my initiative.
Okay. So you threw it. You threw it here.
Yeah, right here.
Okay. I'm gonna write a little. Oh wait, that wasn't at all. I'm gonna write a little X right there, and
That's an X for sure.
That's a terrible fucking X. My mouse got caught on my keyboard and was just like, "Oh, you want to make this a thing, do you?"
Those dang bleeding coins.
Okay. Yeah. Once you do that, it just sort of like moves by you, and when it gets there, you've seen. I mean, at some point you have to have seen like a bug or a cave scorpion or something like that, like start eating something, and they sort of like they do the little like dainty mandible thing. They take very small bites. That is not what you see happening here. This thing points its front 4 legs, which are not sort of pincered; they're just clawed. It's like walking on these like glass shards, and it rips into this bag and it tears the bag apart, and then you have some coins that are spread out, and it starts like, and it's just like scooping them into its mouth, and then you see its stomach start to take on kind of a, it still has that blue light, but there's a faint golden tinge to it. So that's what it does.
That thing ate me money.
So, and then I'm gonna go to Sharut. It's your turn. I like how you said that thing ate my money when you threw the money and just stood there.
Well, yeah, it was on me. I'm not going to be like, Earthbreaker, I call upon ye, my body.
What knowledge
Shattered
check?
my pelvis, brother.
What knowledge check would this be?
Planes.
Okay, I think I have that. Let me check. I do. Okay, so swift action, knowledge check, planes.
Okay.
18.
This is to scout it.
Yes, so I essentially know the creature's weaknesses as described under the knowledge skill.
Okay. So, this tells you weaknesses, but also its immunities, right? what?
Let's see.
Is it
No,
just-
this only reveals the target's weaknesses or lack thereof, such as damage reduction types and vulnerabilities.
Okay, so
It does
so-
not reveal any additional information on the target.
Okay, so invulnerabilities and weaknesses. Cool. Okay, so this thing has damage reduction of 5/bludgeoning. It has energy resistance to electricity, and then it is immune to the following: bleed, cold, critical hits, fire, flanking, paralysis, poison, precision damage, sleep, and stunning.
Sharut cannot hurt it. Okay. Okay, that was a lot of information. So essentially, 5 bludgeoning means that it's immune to 5 points of bludgeoning, or bludgeoning
It is immune
bypasses
to
it?
5 points of damage from anything that is not bludgeoning.
Okay.
Basically, it's hard to cut rock.
Okay.
It is easier to hammer rock.
Sharut is going to relay this information as his action, because he can't hurt it with what he has on hand at the moment.
Okay.
And he's essentially going to say, "Dwarfs, ringer, smash!" Just like point at it. Hit with blunt things.
Okay. Sharut tells everybody else to do the dirty work.
Cool.
With the blunt things.
Sounds great.
Sharut
Zarak.
supervises.
I was gonna shoot it, and that doesn't seem like such a good idea anymore.
Exactly. I was going to shoot it too, but I can't.
Can I do a knowledge check just to to see if I know what this thing
You can
is?
totally do a knowledge check.
Well, then fuck yeah.
It's knowledge plans. Oh, nice.
26.
Cool. This is a chrismal. A chrismal is it's a sort of a crystal scorpion that tends to kind of sort of reproduce by eating valuable gems and then spawning a young. This one looks to be pretty tiny. So you're thinking that this one probably is like looking to attain full size and then spawn. Yeah, that's you know what that is. It's an outsider. It's an elemental. And that is a very high roll. You can tell from the color of it that much of what it's eaten has been either gold or Kyber dragon shards.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
Does it have any? Just because he rolled a 25, and if I remember correctly, Chismals aren't a super high CR. I hope they're not, because we're all level 1. Would he get any special attack information, or no? Not yet.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Actually, yes. With that, you know that the attack-wise, the main thing that it has is about once a day it can shoot a big spike out of its tail.
Okay.
Like it essentially will shoot almost its entire tail at somebody.
Wow.
The tail, if it hits, will explode.
Of course.
It all makes sense.
Of course. Yeah. So they brought these out. Okay. This isn't like this.
This should actually be slightly smaller. He's tiny.
Zerect is grumpy because this is a thing that probably was existing in its own fucking space, and the miners very likely, yeah, they broke in and brought this on themselves.
They dug too deep.
But also, I don't think Zerect has any way to directly communicate with this thing, and it's still ultimately a problem for her people.
Yeah. With that roll, you know that they do speak Terran. But yeah, it's about all you got. If you don't speak Terran, probably wouldn't work for you.
They're smart enough to speak Terran.
Yes. So.
Oh wait, do you say that out loud that they speak Terran?
I mean, Zerect would probably rattle all of this off.
Okay.
This is just as she's musing, they launch the tail. These are probably what caused the explosions. They are somewhat intelligent, but also they eat what we would consider treasures. You can see there's some gold and there's Kyber shards. They're smart enough to speak, but I don't know Terran. She's gonna hold off.
Okay.
Dander, and his name is Turtak.
After Zeract, is Ringer.
He'll just there, ready to counterpunch. So are we killing this? My trigger is someone tells me to hit it.
Can you do that?
I can choose any trigger. I think.
All right.
I think that's up to you.
I mean, I'll take it. Like, yeah, sure. I'll have to read the counterpunch better because it sounds hilarious but dumb.
Someone sneezes and he takes it as a sign to attack.
Well, that wasn't a no. Grudek.
So it begins.
It's at this point it's about halfway through the 18 gold that you threw down.
Okay. I'm gonna wreck it.
Okay.
Smashy, smashy.
That will hit it. That will hit it a lot. And that is 12 damage?
Yep.
Okay. Sounds good, man. And
Does the bull rush thing happen now?
yeah, you can do the bull rush. Are you going to hit it into Lumio?
That would be so messed up.
Oh no, he's made of gems and precious metals.
You can also like hit it down the steps if you'd like. It would just require you to move to like there instead.
Oh.
Or you could hit it into if you stand there, you could hit it into Mike.
Yeah.
I've already used Mike once.
Yeah, you can continue to be a absolute dick nozzle and attack your teammates. I won't stop you, but I will wish bad things on you.
Okay.
And
No, I
as
think I'm
the
gonna.
god of this world.
As the god of this world, praise be to Onatar.
Man, so many codes of coldness all over this place. It's really weird.
Yeah, it's strange. So I'm just gonna launch it down the stairs.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your CMB. It's a D20 plus whatever your CMB is.
Thank you.
Yep. It's not gonna impact anything, but it does go like doom, 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 doom.
Yep. I'll just pick my money back up.
Okay. You have 9 monies you can pick up. You'll have to
Sick.
get that. You'll have to get that next round.
Yeah, of course.
Dandarin, you saw your brother just sort of walk up to it and thwack and like send it flying away.
Well, here I go charging it, and
You're just gonna fall down the stairs. Oof. Up.
just hop down and smash him. Or is that like a pretty severe drop? Looks like it's only a few steps, but
it's not a severe drop, but it's also not chargeable. It's like you can't charge off a thing onto steps.
I'm not acrobatic.
Actually, no. Like if you want to try it, I'll give you the acrobatics roll to see if you can do it.
Hold on.
But otherwise, you're just going to end up in that square prone.
I'm 100% gonna. You know, my character's main skill stat is intelligence. He knows better.
Okay.
But at the same time, I feel like that's something a dwarf would do.
Here's the thing: when it was here, I was totally gonna go up here, and Grudek was here, and we were gonna be Bash Brothers, and But then he, anyway. So I guess I'll just stand here, and then I'll shout at it in Terran to get back to where you came from if you know what's good for you.
Now get.
Yeah, basically, but in Terran.
Go
All right.
on, get.
Sound something like.
Gasoon tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just bypass Lumio for now. Chrismo, it sort of like chitters at you, which Grudek, the chittering sort of sounds like if you broke a glass and you were holding all the shards of that glass, and you just decided to sort of like put them in a bag and rub that bag together. So it's just like it's just pieces of glass and shards of crystal going like tinkling, tinkling. It's like wind chimes, but not pretty.
Grudek would probably laugh at that.
And then you see this very small little doorway that sort of glows blue appear in front of it, and it disappears.
Oh, fantastic.
We are out of combat.
Did anybody
Cor-
else see that doorway?
Grudek, what the hell was that?
Yeah, I think at this point the people that had the ability to see it are Grudek and Dandarin.
Like, I turn around, I see you throw your coins on the floor. Everyone
Yeah.
else is like saying, "Hey, it's a thing. It's intelligent. It's just eating coins, minding its own business." And then you crush it, and then throw it down some stairs, and it runs away. Why didn't you just do that part first?
What? Just smash my own body with my own hammer?
Well, hold on a second.
You just
I
paid
assume you
9
have
gold. You paid
other
9
weapons.
gold. You just paid 9 gold to hit something.
You did.
9 gold well spent.
Brother,
Did you hear how the thing tinkled down the stairs?
Obviously,
brother, did you?
Could have hit it offstairs when it was on you.
Well, obviously you're all very sad at the way I spend my own money. I'll have you know that it was grappling your leg, going up and trying to get under your belt, going for your coin purse. I bet some of you would think it'd be going for something else. So,
Oh no, see that's the thing. I know that's why he didn't go after me.
he's broke. That's the joke.
Thank you.
Explaining
That
the
one
joke makes it
almost
better.
went over my head, but you saved it.
Jesus, Travis. Volume, man.
Oh, for real? Am I loud?
Yeah, you're real loud.
Oh, my bad.
Look, still, I told it to
Yeah,
get back
that's
to
maybe
where it came from in Terran, so hopefully that's where it went.
So
And
it clearly listened.
Anything
imagine
back to
it.
you.
Oh, it just kind of left. I imagine it didn't want Gruddock to hit it again, especially since I said, if you know it's good for you. Give him a proper warning. Only
Lumio
decent thing to do.
says, "Is that what you said? It sounded like someone chewing on rocks."
Well, that is how Terran sounds, yes.
Awkward.
Perhaps we
This-
could be a little more diplomatic with them in future, rather than pelting them around the staircases.
Well, I mean, if we see that one again, it's going to be a little hard because you can't really say, we mean you no harm after hitting you with a giant hammer.
Anyways.
This concerns Sharut. And he shows the other people the map and like points to the bottomless pit. To see such a creature here means more or worse further below.
You think they accidentally breached a manifest zone?
That's a good
That's what they're
question.
called.
Can I
Uh,
check to see if that makes sense?
Is that a planes check?
You can give me a planes check.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, before you make that check, I think yours is higher than mine? No, mine's higher than yours. Or no, are you at 8?
Oh, look, it's a planes check.
Oh, it's a planes check. Where's my thingy? There's my thingy. The planes.
So the two of you know that a manifest zone could definitely be a doorway to a place that these things could come into. Depending on how deep you are, and that the elevator only took you guys down about maybe 60, 70 feet. But they mentioned the whole like the endless pits. There's potential, depending on how endless those pits are, that they go down into Kyber. And if you go deep enough into Kyber, you just tend to cross over into different Kyber-esque demiplanes. You can just like sort of just step into a demiplane. Kyber is the Underdark if the Underdark was composed of tiny hell worlds. But either one of those is completely possible, whether it's a Kyber demiplane or a manifest zone. Both of those are equally likely. Or I guess equally possible, not necessarily equally likely.
Well, let's scan the rest of this over and then see what we can find.
Agree.
Okay.
Zach is going to move to the south.
Cool. And Lumio will walk behind you guys so that you have some light. Yeah, to the south, you don't really find much. It looks to generally be a box with some rocks, where you see that somebody has cracked some stuff open. Do you have knowledge engineering or knowledge geography? Either of those?
No.
Okay. You see some sort of like basically shattered rocks in this bucket, along with a little like desk, or not desk, but like a chair next to it, and a hammer and chisel. And yeah, it's about what you're able to make out.
Is there anything in these? Is this an actual bag here?
Yeah, it looks to be a this right here.
Yeah.
No. These look to be like sort of sleeping bags, where they would catch a couple hours here. They definitely aren't giant-sized shoes. I don't know why the scale is so weird on this map.
I'll search them real quick, I guess.
Okay.
And then as Zeract is like kind of breaching the court, Dwarven Brothers, there's some kind of mining station, little rocks to the south. Perhaps you can make some sense of it.
Right.
Yeah, you're not finding anything in the bags. They look to be sleeping bags.
Okay.
Yeah. So, to the brothers, you could roll me a knowledge engineering check.
Okay, doke.
When you encounter the bucket down here. Oh yeah, Gruddick. So you're sort of able to identify this, and it kind of goes with everything that you guys have been told. Of they found Kyber dragon shard geodes. These are the geode shells.
Hmm.
So it looks like somebody broke open some of the geodes over here and then broke the dragon shards out, like very carefully. You see these like very careful little chisel marks. And then like what you have are the sort of like shells of the geodes that have the sort of non-valuable kind of like black edges of the dragon shards. They're not worth anything. They're slightly pretty.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Then I'll just write them off and walk away.
Sounds
Saying,
good.
More trash.
All right, and Zeract. So yeah, what you're seeing over there is basically a couple more sort of sleeping spots. You see one over here that's kind of like a shelf that looks like somebody would sort of like prep their tools, maybe eat at. There's a little stool next to it, and then down below you, you see like a tent, and then you can make off over here to the left is like a pool of water. Sort of a fresh bubbling kind of are burbling, sorry, not bubbling, not like it's steaming, but it is looks to be a little pool of water that actually is like fresh fed.
Zeract kind of like sit at the top stair and wait for everyone else to show up.
Okay. Lumio come over and Zeract, are you feeling okay?
Pools are a source of ambush, if I've ever seen one. All kinds of aquatic things, reptiles, amphibians of various sizes can sit inside. It doesn't make sense to approach the water of my own.
Lay
heard-
in wait, drag you deep.
We've heard no reports of amphibians or reptiles, only of chittering things, exploding rocks.
Well, I think we can chalk exploding rocks up to those, what did you call them? Chrismal creatures?
Christmas. Nevertheless, it makes sense to be cautious. And Zeract will approach
It's
the water.
Okay. Yeah, give me a knowledge nature check or a survival check. That makes more sense. Give me a survival check.
Sharud, stay here. Not good swimmer.
Yeah. So this looks to be fresh, clean, clear water. It's with the light there, like it's sort of kind of crystal clear. The only reason it's kind of hard to see through is because of the sort of dark shininess of the bottom. But once they have the light there, it looks good. It looks fresh. You can't tell where it's being fed from, but it's yeah.
Zeract will take a sip, just take a handful and like sniff it real fast, and then like suck in a half a mouthful.
Yeah. It So I mean, you're from the Eldine Reaches, right?
Yep.
This is you've probably had this. This tastes like fresh, sort of like mountain runoff water. Like it's pure, it's clean. It is probably odd to see it here because it's not quite warm enough for like the spring thaw yet on the seawall. Yeah, but I mean it tastes good. It tastes like water.
Zeract is gonna walk over to here, empty out her water skins of city water.
Yeah.
Come back, fill them up.
Yeah. I mean, you have 2, 3 water skins, whatever, of basically the freshest, purest, cleanest water that you could ever hope for.
I think Sharut would probably mimic that behavior
Okay.
because he's been around Zeract to know that she knows her shit when it comes to nature.
This is a resource, perhaps even more valuable in some respects than the mine itself. Freshest water you can find. Well worth filling up if you're empty.
Well, I believe brother and I have our beverages settled, but water, I suppose it would be fine.
Always good to hydrate.
Okay. Yeah. If anybody wants to empty out a bottle or whatever, they can get their They're fresh water. That's basically what it is.
You mentioned that the bottom of it was shiny. Is it just because, like, with the light now, can I see pretty much perfectly through the water?
Pretty much, yeah. It's not how can I put it? It's not obsidian. It just looks like it's like clean, wet, uh, sort of shiny stone.
Okay. All right. Well, let's continue up then.
Cool. All right. Who's going where?
To the north.
So I will start to hang back a bit.
Gondor calls for aid.
All right. So
The
at this
beacons are lit.
at this point, you guys see a couple more carts. And as you get over into this area, you start seeing barrels that have basically, when you look into them, there's like crates and barrels that are full of what looks to be carved brick. Like they actually do some of the actual shaping of the stuff here. So it's they sort of have these like think of them as almost like cobblestones, like eighth piece cobblestones in a barrel, so that it sort of fits the barrel very well going up. And then they have the rest of it, the boxes and crates look to be full of. Sharut, can you give me a perception check?
I sure can. Hot dang, that's not good.
There's it seems a little dark over here.
A little dark over here. Like I
Yeah.
can't see through that darkness.
No, it's not that. It's that the light isn't kind of going as far as it should be.
Strange darkness in this direction. And Shrewd kind of points for Dandarin to see. Gonna move forward a little bit. Let me know if you require a stealth check.
Okay. I will require such a stealth
Stealth check away.
Deal.
Hip hip hooray.
check. Okay. Yeah, use stealth.
Dandarin, you see Sharut just like disappear. He's just gone.
He's like the
In
night.
fact, you've forgotten who he even was.
So, yeah, Sharut, you're seeing, so basically, as soon as you kind of turn away to the point where you no longer have direct line to the light source,
Mm-hmm.
it's basically gone. Like you turn this corner right here, and like gone. You can't really make out anything of the glow.
So essentially, like back or once I cross this threshold right here,
Yeah,
it's just pitch black.
it's
Well, not
yes,
pitch black, but I can't tell that the light is
yeah, pretty
coming
much,
from that direction.
pretty much.
Okay. What kind of like rock formation is that?
It honestly just kind of looks like this. Give me a dungeoneering check.
Okay.
You know how pyrite is fool's gold?
Uh-huh.
Think of this as sort of like fool's crystal.
Okay.
It's like a millionite. It's growing in these long rectangles that are sort of bluish, sort of blackish, but they don't really have that same kind of sense of power that Kyber dragon shards have. But they,
Okay.
to somebody who doesn't know what they're looking for, they could totally fall for these.
Okay. Is this area kind of like the same darkness as was over here? Like it's just
So this area right here,
yeah.
this looks like an endless hole into Kyber.
So like it goes down into Kyber. I can see Kyber essentially in that.
No,
hole.
you can see nothing. You can see
Oh,
literally nothing.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Like that's what down into Kyber means. Like it's a
Okay.
hole that goes and goes and goes until you either hit rock like a mile down, or you enter a plane, or maybe it's just actually a big monster's throat. Like the Kyber is basically nightmares.
Sharut not go that way. Okay. Sharut will report back
Okay.
what he's found. He's really a little like confused, a little perplexed by that darkness. He doesn't know what could be causing it. So he wants more light. He's gonna try and get more light to come around if we can't like flush it out.
Okay. And so you guys start going this way?
Mhm.
Okay. And I'll have, sorry, I moved Mike. I meant to move Lumio. Lumio will sort of like move with you guys. He's sort of staying at the back,
Mhm.
as the Lumio do.
As is tradition.
As is tradition. So, yeah, you guys are all moving as a group, doing your thing. It is easy to see once Ringer and Lumio are this close. That is a hole. That is a hole. That is a hole.
Best watch step. And
Yep, greatly.
Sharut starts scouting forward again.
All right, Sharut, you are in pitch black darkness,
Wee.
and then you're not.
Wee. He's just trailblazing now.
Okay.
Sneaky trailblazing, but
Yeah,
sneaky
you're basically in darkness again. It seems almost understandable. Like it's almost fine because you're a goblin. Like it's not magically induced darkness. This isn't making you blind. It's stopping the light.
Okay.
But it's stopping the light when you sort of break line of sight with it. As soon as you turn to a point where you have broken line of sight with Lumio and Ringer, you are in darkness. And you cannot even see the source of the light. You can't see the effects that the light are having on the area around you.
And that's not magically induced?
It might be. Or
Dungeoneering?
nope. That's not what that skill's for.
Spellcraft.
That's probably.
Yeah. You're the only one that's experienced this, and you have no skill that would help you identify it.
Super weird for him because he's always in the dark, but it's still minorly troubling.
Yeah.
I think he would take out his whistle and continue forward.
Is he going
You
to
gotta-
like,
you got-
daintily press the whistle between his lips?
You gotta have that help me whistle ready to go. You gotta have it ready to go.
Okay.
An overwhelming sense of comfort.
God fucking damn it.
Okay. Yeah. Keep going. Keep going. Go. 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 All right. You are in complete light again.
Strange. Very strange.
Yeah.
Chirrut waves from across the gap. Are you gonna try and jump it? He'll just wait for them to catch up.
As a man
this
who
point.
only makes non-risky decisions, Lumio does not jump it. Dandarin, you're in pitch black darkness.
Huh. Strange.
Yeah.
That's what Chirrut thought.
Lumio and Ringer,
No.
you guys are actually doing okay because you're carrying the light. But the same sort of thing. Like Zeract is now in like pitch darkness, and then suddenly isn't when Lumio kind of rounds the corner to go with everybody.
Like Zerect.
So in case it's a thing, I am seeing the shadowy effect.
Yeah, no. He's
Oh,
like,
the-
"Fix that."
Oh no, yeah. That's more from the terrain bits that I put in. Yeah. So oh sorry, I moved Gredic on accident. Okay.
Onward we go.
Onward you go. So at this point, what you
How sturdy
see,
does this look?
not at all. Super none. What you see is a bridge that looks like it's like nailed planks. It doesn't look sturdy in the least. And it is it's basically stretching over, and then right here, and I will sort of draw the line so you can sort of make it out. Sort of there-ish, kind of there-ish. What you see is what looks like a wall. Unlike the sides of the mine, which are the wall of the mine, the inside of the mine, this looks like a wall built of brick, and it has been broken through.
Are
And-
there any markings on the wall?
From where you are, you can't tell. You're like nearly 30 feet away from
I'm pretty light.
it. Well, I make bad decisions all the time.
No, Sharut. Hold on a moment. There's plenty of materials around. Perhaps Gurek and I could, well, if not build a better one, at least shore this one up so that it's not so, and I'll kind of like tap it with my toe and watch the whole thing go
Yeah, I mean,
rickety.
It looks rickety. I'm trying to think of how to put it. It looks rickety, but it doesn't look like it's going to just fall apart. So like it definitely shakes when you intend to make it shake. But you also know that, like, according to what Tutark said, people were like going into the wall and bringing stuff out. So it at the very least can carry an adult human. Whether an adult human is equal to the weight of an adult dwarf in armor, I don't know. But you know that it can do that.
Which means it can hold a 32-pound goblin.
Still.
Gerblin.
With 500 pounds in his bag.
I mean, I don't have 500 pounds right now.
Aren't you carrying 2 bags of pyrite?
No, I left it behind a while ago. told you it would make it difficult to scout.
So you're going across?
I kind of want to see if there's any. Can I see if there's any symbols on the wall from here?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. Sharut falls into the pit and dies.
Oh,
Takes
shame.
20,000 points of damage.
He takes 20,000
He will not be
points
missed.
of damage. So yeah, you can vaguely make out something from where you are, but not with enough detail to actually go like, that's the precise thing that I'm looking for. And it looks like one of the primary reasons is because the place where the symbol was is where it was sort of broken. So you're basically just seeing the outside edges.
Okay. I guess he'll sneak across if he can.
All right. Give me a stealth check. All right. Move to where you move. So, yes, you are in a room with a natural cavern with a lot more of that crystal. You very faintly hear some running water to the south of you, which is sort of like has this ripply echoing effect that's sort of bouncing off of the walls in here. So even though you can tell it's a faint sound, but due to the echo, it's sort of made into this susurrus of water on water on water on water on water on drip 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 drip. Yeah, there's a very sort of serene but also predatory feel here. Like, oh, this is really peaceful, and I better be on my guard.
Okay. So before Sharut moves any further, he's gonna run his hands up against the wall here to
Yeah.
see if he can actually feel any symbols and make something out.
Yeah, so actually it'll be a perception check, not so much to feel them in the wall, but to see them in the pieces of the wall that are sort of spread out over the ground here.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's really hard to make it out, but what you're able to sort of see, and it's in a language that you don't even really speak. So it's not even in a language. There's not words written, but you can kind of, by moving some pieces together, make out that this probably was a fairly circular thing. And it sort of, vaguely, sort of looked like this. So it's sort of this with kind of this. There's pieces missing, but you can sort of fill in the blanks of this is probably what it was. Because it looks like whatever broke through here basically made one hole in the brick and then just kind of like pushed through the rest as soon as that first hole was made.
Is this in just one area or is it spread out?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's spread out over a fairly large area that's about 5 to 10 feet wide. You're sort of working on the ground, shoving pieces together to see this.
Well, I was wondering if I could chalk it. You know what I mean?
Oh no, it's too big for that.
Yeah, that's okay. Shrewd will head back over the bridge.
Okay.
And describe what he saw, and he'll take out I think he has chalk. Let me check. Actually, I'm fairly certain he has chalk.
If you don't, Ringer has 50 pens.
Yes, I've got chalk.
There's no ink in any of them.
I also have chalk.
Ringer has 50 feathers.
So he's gonna draw it out in chalk. He'll draw out the symbol in chalk for everybody to see, and he says, he'll say, "Think something bad is lying in wait."
Anybody? Oh, go ahead.
At least I get that feeling.
Anybody that would like to can give me a knowledge planes. And due to the age of this, it is going to be at a -4. Otherwise, for anybody who has any sort of specific gatekeeper-related lores or knowledges, you can give me that.
How the fuck? I don't have any ranks in that. I was just rolling for a goof.
Oh, yeah. If you don't have any ranks, the max you can get on a knowledge check is 10. So,
Lore skill.
yeah, nothing. Like you don't really have anything. It's weird, and it's hard to identify whatever this might be. What would you guys like to do?
At this point, Shrewd, I think, is going to let the... Oh god, it got so dark!
I accidentally deleted you. And now you're back. I'm sorry. I was
Brother,
trying to.
brother, it's sorcery again.
I was trying to delete the fact that I had selected you, and I hit the wrong button.
Somebody pushed Sharut down into the pit.
Well,
Nobody
yes.
knows.
Brother, we have to
Somebody.
kill the wizard.
time for the secondary mission.
I think Sharut is gonna have the dwarves take the point at this juncture because they are built for, actually being able to take a hit, unlike the tiny little goblin.
I would
with
like
them.
to genuinely assess the bridge because we do probably way more than just an unarmored, relatively unencumbered person. But with our packs and our armor and stuff.
Give me a knowledge engineering roll.
What I'm hearing is that I'm going first then.
Can I assist?
I mean-
Actually, no. I'll do my own knowledge engineering. I don't need your help.
Jesus Christ.
I don't need your help.
Well, I help you anyway. You get a 31. Fuck you.
It would definitely hold each of you. It probably wouldn't hold both of you, if that makes sense.
One at a time.
I agree. There's so many ways to fix this, but I suppose there's an issue of time. Brother, I'll be going first. Hold on. Let's not be dumb. Brother, here, tie this around your waist. I'm going to take one of our lengths of rope and tie it around myself and the other end on Gruddock.
The length of rope? What are you, some sort of fucking adventure or something?
I have 100 feet of rope, thank you.
You and your fucking rope. All right, so you're going across.
I will cross.
Can you give me an acrobatics check?
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's a good thing I declared I tied the rope. This is going to be bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, you sort of you kind of like lose your footing. Give me a reflex roll.
Sean, if you just wanted to kill Dandaren, you could have just said so.
Okay, so you're hanging off the edge. You don't fall like to your death. You just sort of like slip. You fall. You're on the edge, and you pull yourself up. You're basically now just prone, pretty much in the square that you're in.
All right. Slowly crawl my way over. And then
Yeah.
brace myself while Greta comes over so that I've got the rope in case he falls.
Might
Nope.
want to walk slower than brother.
I don't know what you're talking. Whoa!
Oh, brother.
Gruddick, can you give me an acrobatics check?
Yeah, of course.
This is how John kills the dwarves. Not by creatures, but by fucking acrobatics rolls.
Gruddick, you're doing fine. You're taking your time. You're walking gingerly. Gruddick and Dandaren, can the two of you each give me a perception check?
Sure.
I got to 21.
I'm walking across a bridge.
I did it! I did it! Okay. So.
That's a good roll, me.
Oh shit, do I have you clicked?
Yeah.
I guess I'll stop that.
Oh, it's great though. I'm really excited by it.
What a fine roll you've made, brother.
So, Gruddick, you get to right there.
Yeah.
And then this, it sort of looks like a jagged, pointed Kyber dragon shard shoots across the room from the darkness over here, and it impales in your chest.
Okay.
And then the tip of it, that's not in your chest, explodes outward.
What is it? Whoa!
So, you take 12 damage.
Solid.
Dandaren.
I am at 0.
Dandaren, you take 4 damage. Gruddick, I need you to give me a reflex save.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Plus, what is it? That's
It's
what
whatever your reflex is, my boy.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at it.
Whatever your heart desires.
My
Lord.
boy. What did they do to my boy?
Would you
Uh,
like to use a hero point?
They blew my boy apart.
I don't
Would
know
you-
if that's going to help.
Would you like to use a hero point?
Yeah, what's that even do? Will that
So,
help?
okay, like, stern fatherly DM voice here. Read hero points. Eberron is a setting about pulp noir swashbuckling action. They are the things that enable you to do a lot of this.
Yes.
Um,
Okay.
If you choose to use it before you roll, you get a +8 to your roll.
Oh,
If you
that's
choose
right.
to
and
use
if
it
you don't,
after
it's a
you
plus
roll,
4,
you
right?
get a +4. Would
Okay,
you like
so
to
I-
use the +4?
Oh,
Sure.
Cool. Because you use that +4, you don't fall off.
Wicked.
You are basically you're prone in that square, like right there on the edge.
Okay.
And now, everybody, please roll me perception checks. Or sorry, not perception checks. Let me start the encounter. Please
Some
roll me
initiative.
initiatives.
Back coming in with the straight shit like usual on initiative.
Zorak with the straight shit.
Listen,
This is not
you've
the
got to
time.
go.
Put your pants on.
9.7 FM.
9.7 FM. The shits.
Shits.
That's the worst morning time prank radio show.
It really is. Just in time for your morning coffee. 97.FM. The shits.
Okay, Sharut. You probably saw the thing that just happened. The thing that just happened was a blue shard kind of faintly caught the light, slammed into Gredek's chest, blew through his armor, exploded out of the back so that it could also stab Dandarin, and then he basically fell prone in that square, but managed to not fall off the bridge. What would you like to do, being that you saw this and are now first?
Is that point on the bridge there, or right there? Is that solid ground?
Uh,
I shouldn't stand. Well,
you
'cause no
you
people
can
move
you
through
can
my
move
space.
through him.
Okay.
I'm
I don't know if I
incorporeal.
have enough. Oh! I pressed the
I
button.
mean, you can
Oh,
if you want, what you can do is take a double move. You can move and then move.
Oh no, I can get there. I can get there when. Or
Yeah.
no, that's 40 feet. No,
No,
that's
that's-
40 feet.
Oh,
Yeah,
why does it say
because it's
40?
10 to get up on the bridge. Because I
Oh,
have to get up
gotcha.
on the bridge. It's not a straight line.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I get you. Okay.
Even if it was a straight line, it'd be 35.
Yeah.
Um.
You seem to be on a pot.
Yeah. Sorry. I know where I'm going. I'm just trying to get the thing selected. There we go. Okay. Sharut is going to take a double move, and I think because he doesn't want that to happen again with him nearby. That was like splash damage, right?
Uh-huh.
I think he's gonna go over in this direction for now, cause he's down. No. Yeah, no. That's where he's gonna be.
Yep.
That's
No.
what's gonna happen.
No. Yep. No. Okay. Cool. Next is gonna be the tiny one.
Oh, Jesus.
Get him, Dad.
Never talk to me and my son ever again.
This is going to be rough stuff.
Sharut. A Kyber Dragon Shard explodes above your head. It doesn't do any damage to you, but it does make a loud, like, it sounds like somebody just threw a boulder above your head and it exploded. And then this guy's gonna he's gonna skitter over this way. All right. And after that is gonna be this one, who is going to charge this man. Eric, does a 9 hit you? Actually, sorry, he charged. Does an 11 hit you? I know that it doesn't. So it charges and it brings this now sort of stubby looking tail swinging your way, and
No.
it's just not finding purchase. It's kind of like it had such a point before. You should have seen it. That point's probably still pretty far in your brother, but it had it and it was great, and now it doesn't and it sucks. So up next after the big Chrismal is Gruddick, who is on the ground. Gruddick, you are at 0 hit points.
I am.
So basically what you can do is you are staggered, which is a special thing that happens only when you're at 0 hit points in Pathfinder. I don't think there's any other time
There are feats that can. There are abilities that can force the staggered condition, but
So basically, you can take a single move action or a single standard action, but not both.
Okay.
Because you are at 0 hit points, if you take any sort of strenuous action, you will then take a point of damage. So, like if you attack, So yeah, just be aware of that. Also, be aware of the fact that you cannot go farther than 40 feet from your brother.
Yep. Why is
So
that?
Yep. Because we're tied by a rope.
because you are tied together.
Hysterical.
So, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go right there.
Okay. You take basically a 5-foot crawl.
Yep.
All right. And after Gruddick is gonna be Ringer.
All right. I'll make sure I can get there. Yeah.
Okay. I need you to give me an acrobatics check.
I'm gonna use a hero point.
You don't say.
Is the reason I don't have to make an acrobatics check because I'm so small?
Yes. You are so small that the small width of the bridge does not affect you. Ringer, you're doing fine. What would you like to do?
I would actually like to double.
Okay, that's
There.
gonna provoke an attack of opportunity, so that you know.
Yep.
This is not the charge attack, so he doesn't get the +2. Does that hit you?
Sure does.
Phew.
Ooh.
Guess who's at -1?
All right.
Shit.
Ringer goes down.
Question is, would it go down here or here?
You actually go down in that square. You go
Yep.
down as you're trying to leave that square.
That's unfortunate.
So yeah, that's your turn.
But hey, I'm no longer engaged with him.
There you go.
Yeah.
Zeract, it's your turn. Things are going smashingly.
Zeract is going to yell, Gruddick, knock it into the pit.
I can't.
Why can't you?
He's staggered.
I'm staggered. I'm at
You
0.
can, you can do an attack, right? It would take you down 1 hit. It would drop you 1 hit point.
That'll kill him.
1 hit point would be -1. He'd start dying.
Yeah, he would start dying, but he would remove the main threat here.
You have to
True.
move first.
Shroot, do you have a Woody?
I'm gonna try and heal.
Yeah, Sharut can do combat healing.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and heal Drudek on my next turn. I just need to get there. I'm so glad he didn't take an attack, because technically he's not in melee with that creature. So I'm not gonna get a penalty for hitting him, and he's not prone, so I'm not gonna get a penalty.
I mean, he's in melee with the creature. Like,
well,
the creature is actively
Snickerdoodles.
threatening him.
Schnickerdoodles. That's what
Yeah.
I had to say.
Okay, so Zeract, what are you doing?
Missing with my crossbow.
Okay, go ahead and miss with your crossbow. And
Just did.
after that, Dandarin, it's your turn.
I'm going to shuffle over to here,
Okay,
and then I'm going to hit this creature
Okay.
with my hammer.
cool. This won't count as flanking since he is prone, so that you know.
What? I thought he was just staggered.
I am going to. He's prone though, so unless he has a feat, he doesn't count as threatening.
That.
Okay.
The 13 will miss it. All right. And then, oh shit, I didn't have him get at it. I will have him go real quick so that you guys know what he is doing. Anything within that area gets +2 to weapon damage.
All right. Sharut is gonna take this path, which is 30 feet.
Okay.
So he can take a standard action.
Just want to clarify, you mean any allies?
Yes. Any allies gets a +2 to weapon damage. It's basically him putting out a totem that makes you all fight better.
Sorry, I have to.
You're fine.
Yeah, thank you for helping. Yes, I know. I'm wondrous. We're gonna make a heal check. Standard action, +2.
Okay.
This will use a charge from my healer's kit. Guild heal +2. Okay.
That'll heal him for 3.
Yeah, better than nothing. He's healed for 3.
All right.
Gruddick, you heal 3.
I'm at 3.
All right. Baby Kriz is basically going to start moving in. You can't get there all the way. We do. Ringer, the unconscious. Do you have any money on you?
No.
Okay. So then I guess the next question would be, Dandarin, do you have any money on you?
I have 2 copper in a backpack.
And not enough. So,
Oh yes,
yep.
I do indeed.
Sorry, Travis.
Is what it is, man.
Okay, so, Monsieur Travis, it is going.
Prepare to die.
Prepare to die. It is going to start scampering towards your belt.
Cool.
Now that's my money.
Yep, it sure is, man.
Okay. That's its turn. Gredick, it's your turn.
Is it on top of like?
No, basically
Doing
what
the
it
last
did.
one did?
So you only have one thing with something valuable in it on you. So it took that. It took your bag off you, and now it's busily eating your bag.
All right. I'm just gonna whap it.
Okay. So you just stand up and you're like Earthbreaker.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's flanking.
Yeah, it is flanking. If
What's
you're
that mean?
if so
+2.
being flanking means that you're going to get a +2 to attack.
Cool.
It does mean that the sort of like bull rush effect is harder to do.
Okay.
Because bull rushes go away from you.
Yeah,
So you get a +2 to hit, but then you can't do the like push thing.
that's fine.
Okay. Oh, that will hit. Go ahead and roll damages. 9. Okay.
Not that great.
Not that great. Did you add the +2 from Lumio?
Oh no, so that would be 11.
Okay, so that'll actually not bad. Okay, and after that, okay, now he sees that you guys can't be friends. Ringer, it's your turn. Please roll me a con check.
If he's the one who shot me, he started this non-friendship.
You started this. You hit his baby.
Well, you're right. If that's how we're doing it.
Ringer, you lose a hit point. Lumio, move to there and is gonna. I'm just gonna say uses a hero point. Cool. And with the melee thing, that's not quite enough. Okay, so a force blast ripples out and sort of sails over Lumio or over Ringer's head, but just misses the Chrismal. And after Lumio is Zeract.
Doing that same shot on the Chrismal that's in
Do it.
melee.
Hey, do it. 15 will miss. Sorry.
No, it's cool.
All right, and after that is going to be Dandron. Your brother just whapped it, whapping style.
Mm-hmm. Well, I suppose I'm gonna also.
Whap it,
Hey, quick question, buddy.
sir.
Is this thing? Does it have? It's just an elemental, right? It doesn't happen to have construct keyword
No.
anywhere in it.
No, this is
Oh.
an element. This is an elemental.
Good for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's,
I'm gonna spend a hero point, and I'm gonna fucking re-roll that.
You don't
I'm
say.
sick of this bullshit.
Okay.
110% done with this bullshit.
That'll hit for 8 damages.
10
Mhm.
damages?
Bludgeoning.
10
Yeah.
No,
damages.
I +2.
Oh, 10. Yeah, you are cracking chunks off this dude. You're chunking him. And then it's Sharut's turn. The chunkiest chunker of all. Go, Sharut.
This space is open.
That space is
Right.
open.
Oh.
Hold on. I believe so. Yes, that space is open.
Alrighty. We'll do another heal check.
Okay.
Fuck. Failed.
Yeah, it's like his parts keep moving. It's weird. He's got all this like blood and stuff in him, and it's just like coming out.
Keeps moving while I try to work.
He's like grabbing at your scalpels and trying to stab you. Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's my turn.
that's your turn. Cool. Let me go then to Baby C. Baby C coming up on Dandern. You know what? He's a baby. He's not smart enough to move. 120 plus 5. Dandern, does that hit you? Dandern?
Oh,
Is it-
nope. I'm
Is
dumb.
Does a 20 hit you?
Unfortunately. Wait, am I the only one threatening him right now? Oh, wait, no, 20. Yes, that still hits me. Damn it.
6 points of damage. Take it.
I'm gonna kill this baby.
I'm gonna kill your baby.
God damn it.
I say that in Terran so it knows what I'm saying. It's not my turn though, so I can't.
All right. Well, in that case, does a 17 hit you?
Nope.
Really?
So
Okay.
we've established talking is a free action. Yay!
Yeah. It missed you then. It's like it's that angry clinkling of glass on glass, and it strikes out with its stinger, and it just sort of like pings off the armor. It's good armor. You're pretty good armor. It's hard to stab your armor with a rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's Gruddick's turn.
All right. Time to paddle.
It's
Brother, show him the error of his ways.
a paddling.
I rolled a 1.
Is he still flanked?
Yes, he is still flanked.
Cool.
That is not enough to hit.
That's fine.
Okay. And after that is going to be Ringer. Give me a con check. That is going to be a take a point of damage.
Oh, lordy.
As you
Sharut, I feel like you should heal Ringer.
It's fine. I got it. Just relax. I got it. It's okay. It's fine.
Relax. Sharut's got it. Sharut's got it. We've lost him.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. He's dead. Another blast goes sailing over Ringer's head and then over the Chrysmal's head and doesn't do much. Zeract.
I know that dance too.
That will not hit.
Yeah. I'm just firing bolts off into the dark. It's fine.
Yeah. So what's actually happening is that you are hitting it by enough that like you're basically hitting it by enough that it's pinging off its natural armor. So you are dead on with every shot. They're not penetrating at all.
Yeah.
So they're just like ping, ping, ping. The bolts just aren't able to like sink into the rock that makes up this creature.
Zeract is going to grumble something about getting a heavy crossbow.
Sounds great.
Yep.
I love heavy crossbow builds. Please do it. Do it twice. So, Dendaroon.
I know I said I'd kill the baby, but I'll kill the parent this time.
I don't see why.
I am including the damage bonus.
Okay.
Already, so.
That will hit, and that is enough. You have killed the parent. You hit it. I deleted.
Oh no, brother, I've become a sorcerer. Quick, end me.
You swing your hammer down and sort of crack off a couple of the legs, and it takes a couple of steps forward, and then you just kind of see that glow that suffuses its crystal body just fade out. And after Dandarin is Sharut.
I have a question.
Sure.
I have my salve loaded into a bolt.
Uh-huh.
Just shoot him in the face.
No, that's the thing is, I still get a -4 because he's prone. Because mechanics.
No. He's
You're standing over me.
Yeah, you're standing over him. You're standing
Okay.
over a helpless body. You can't miss. This is basically a coup de grace.
Okay, I'm gonna coup de grace this motherfucker back to life.
Okay.
All right,
cool.
I died.
Yeah, that's how that works. Make a fort save.
Shoot him in the face with a crossbow.
Shooting him in the face with.
You don't have to roll to hit. You'll just hit. Just roll how much you heal him for.
That's right. It's 1d8 plus my mod.
Yeah.
I do that here.
Yeah. So /roll space 1d8 plus whatever.
That's right. God damn it. Well, you heal 5 points.
Hey, I'm conscious.
Hey. All right. So Gruddick. It's. Oh wait. What the fuck? For some reason. Oh, that's what it was doing. It's actually the Chrysmal's turn. Because for some reason it was saying that it was dead. I guess I had both Chrysmals clicked when I clicked the death thing. I keep doing that. Sorry.
I hit it so hard I gutted its baby.
Yeah. It's going to try to attack you, Dendron.
You don't say.
Does a 17 hit you?
Nope.
Okay. What about this, please? Yeah.
Wait. Does that work the other direction?
No.
Okay.
Very one.
So yeah, it slams its crystals into you once again, and it's just not having it. Like it's not working the way it wanted it to. So next is going to be Gruddick.
Well, I'm at 3 hit points, so I'm gonna go over here and hit a fool.
What's your movement speed, Gruddick?
20.
Never mind.
Brother, if you stepped right there.
I mean, you're
Sure.
good. Like it doesn't. You don't need to smack it into a wall. You just need to hit it.
Yeah.
Like I'm literally surprised it didn't die from your first hit. You have hit it. I guarantee it's dead because you add to your damage twice what its current hit points are.
Cool.
Yeah. It is super duper dead. You just walk up and you're like, no! And it just kind of like tumbles backwards and it hits a rock, and a couple of the legs kind of like break off when it does, and then it crumbles to the ground. And then, weirdly, just like a regular sort of spider or scorpion, the legs kind of.
Mm.
Except it makes that little like wind chime sound when it happens.
Lovely. Very soothing.
Okay. Question.
Sir?
Ruling question.
Uh huh.
I was reading on taking 20s,
Yeah.
and it says it takes usually 2 minutes for a skill that takes 1 round or less to perform.
So taking 20 on this heal check, you don't want to take 20 on the heal check, and I won't allow you to take 20 on the heal check. Because what that assumes that happened is that you rolled a 1, and then a 2, and then a 3, and then a 4. And so it would take you 20 charges to take that 20.
Roger,
And you only get the benefit of the 20. You don't get the benefit of the 19 that came before it.
Not only that, like, but it's intended to be one of those situations where failure doesn't have a consequence, and time is not an issue.
Okay.
And
All right.
getting a 1 on a heal check has a consequence.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, I will just try my damnedest.
Hey,
So-
you know, we've learned about these things called hero points.
Here's the thing. At this point, who are you trying to heal?
I mean, how do they look? Because I know neither of
Well,
them
Ringer's dying.
hot. No, Ringer's up and about.
Yeah. So I believe Gruddick's still partially hurt. Ringer's still partially hurt. At this point, you have healed Ringer 4 times today. You failed on 2 of those, but you have healed him 4 times today.
So I hit him with a salve once, right?
No.
And then a salve again?
You have used medic on him 4 times.
Oh crap. Okay.
Gruddick,
I've
you have used medic on once.
Well, Ringer can't get hurt anymore today.
Yeah, like you can't heal Ringer anymore today.
Yeah. He
Well, that's a
cannot-
problem.
Hang on. Billy. Hang on.
Because Ringer's at 1.
You guys are probably fine mostly.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mike, you better swap out the Ringer image for the other
Catchy
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Fairly quick. If I move half speed across this this bridge, do I have
Yeah.
to make a check?
Yep.
Okay. If I crawl on my belly, do I have to make a check?
I mean, you can't fall prone if you crawl on your belly.
Yeah,
So-
that's
so-
valid.
I mean, if you crawl on your belly, it'll take you like 4 times as long, but yeah, you'll get across.
Rex is going to do this the slow and sure way.
Okay, sure. And then seeing you do that and realizing
See,
realizing this is the safest method, and the safest method is what he cares about, Lumio will then do the same thing.
While they crawl across the bridge, Sharut will
Heal
heal
Gruddick.
the dwarf.
So we're
when-
we're out of combat at this point. So we're back in free form, but I'm also going to wrap up soon. So if you guys are doing any like last minute things, let me know.
Dendron,
So
you should
the only thing I was going to heal Lumio.
you should probably harvest the Chrismals.
That's also something I was going to do because they probably have some value.
Yeah.
Anyways, here I go healing again.
Travis, how do you say your guys' name again?
Gruddick.
Yeah,
Gruddick.
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 Gruddick. Very
Gruddick.
like, ugh.
Gruddick heals 15 points of
Cool.
damage.
What is the base DC for the repair
Okay.
check I need to make on Lumio?
It's the base DC is 15. You heal 1 point for every point past 15.
Oh, so this is one of those ones where I literally can't fail?
Well, you can't fail, but you might not succeed by much.
True, but because it's literally impossible for me to fail because I have a plus 14, so by default of rolling, I succeed, which means I can take a 10 on this, not
No.
a take 20.
No,
Are you,
It's the
is that
that's
okay?
not what that means.
Okay, well,
Like
that's
if you have
why I
if you have an ability that says you can take 10, or if you have all the time in the world, you can take 10. Like
well,
that's
we're outside of combat is the other
Yeah.
thing too.
Well,
Like, I couldn't do that.
It's literally the same idea of the medic thing. Because I have to hit a DC 15 and you failing on his repair could trigger him.
that's rulesy stuff we'll get into later. At the moment, you have to roll.
Okay. Well, I only heal him for 3 then.
Cool. I think he only took 2, so you're fine.
Okay.
And
then we'll harvest the Chrismals.
okay. So, yeah, go ahead and give me basically give me an appraise roll. Nice. You find
That I would have gotten, so that's not counting.
You
'Cause I did
find
switch.
an amount of things. I will send you the full list. Everything
Sure.
that you find is basically like you're almost like cracking open its body and like sort of peeling it back because it's not a living creature. It's an elemental, right? So you're sort of removing the sort of hard crystal shell, and inside is just wealth. There is more inside the bigger one than the smaller
Yeah.
one. But
Mhm.
there is quite a bit between the two of them, and it looks like just it's not just coin, it's not just kyber, dragon shards. You found a couple of pearls. There's like one of them has what looks to have maybe at one point been a bracelet, but now it's just a bunch of like little rubies. Um, yeah, these things have been eating essentially any sort of like gem or metal based wealth they could come across. Uh, and yes, uh, Sharut, with your heal check.
Yes.
So you're patching up Grudek, and uh, he's got that spike in his chest, right? It's not quite dead center. It's a little bit off to the left, and it's just in there. It seems to have gone like directly between two ribs, and it's very very far in there. And while you're sort of able to patch around it and do what you can, you're realizing you're a skilled medic. If you remove this, even with as skilled as you are, he's probably going to die. And when you mess with it a little bit and you start to like pull at it, you actually see these like little sort of black veins. Uh, uh, it's almost like imagine like blood pumping in reverse, like the blood in the wound, the blood in the flesh around the wound sort of pulses black and goes towards the crystal as you tug on it just slightly.
This
It
needs to stay. Will require better healing. Do not have
So-
needs.
Like a priest of some kind?
That or surgeon.
Mm.
If Darlal is back in town, she will be able to help.
I think we should visit to find out, or at least find a place that's safe to
Well,
take a good long
Job half
rest.
finished.
so at this point
I build a wall.
At this point, I am going to pause it here before we continue on in the caverns.
Damn.
No, like you guys have told, like this is a one-day thing. Like you're completing this today, or you're not completing it.
No, I know. We're getting it done.
I think we're very close. I think we're very close.
Yeah, if you guys all leave at this point, it's gonna be like, oh, here comes the new seer bitches. Remember when we believed in them? What a mistake we made.
I sure
Wow.
don't.
And then the town went into mysteriously. It was the damnedest thing.
Yeah, but we'll pause here and we'll finish this out next week. And then next week we'll be able to sort of get back to town in time for the Remembrance Day festival.
Where nothing bad will happen for any reason whatsoever.
Dude, it's not a low-level JRPG festival. It'll probably be fine mostly.
Well, wait, hold on. It's not.
See, that
so
mostly
I'm not
No,
gonna be
it's
able to
not
play
a
back the game.
JRPG festival, Justin. My name is not start. Oh shit, it does start with a J. Yeah, we're fucked.
Oh,
Cool. So I will be ending the stream here, so we could do a post-stream talk. Thanks to everyone for watching. Hope it was a pretty fun time, and we'll be back next week. And yeah, thanks everybody. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Laters.